Like like that or like more down? No? Okay. Oh god.
Oh wait, sorry. No, yeah, that's good. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just because
Thank
you're like
you.
when you jump, your foot would like be flat because you pushed off fully.
Right.
That back.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think we're live.
Yes, we have been
Oh,
live
we're
for a
live.
couple seconds
Oh.
now.
Don't,
Hi,
don't,
hello.
don't worry about us. We're just talking
Hi,
about
welcome
feet.
to Art and Anatomy.
Hello, welcome to my drawing stream where I draw characters as a thing we do.
I was looking at arcane memes on my little cell phone.
Whoa, no way.
Whoa.
Will we?
What do we?
Typical millennial, always on our
I
phone.
think I like playing D&D with my
Stop.
friends.
I'm
All right,
starting
good
to
night, everyone.
like
Thanks for
that.
coming by.
For you
I'm out.
guys, that's who I really am, man.
This is a crazy
Punch out your walls
energy.
once.
Well, stop.
That's
This
what
is
I wanna
this is the exact energy we need to bring into the first story where we talk to ourselves.
Yeah, very bizarre.
Uh,
Hi
Yep.
guys, welcome to the stream.
Yes, welcome to Turntables RPG. We are online friends who started streaming together 4 years ago.
Despite it all.
In spite it all, correct. In right now we are playing our campaign Tales from the Harvest Moon as a charity drive supporting Austin Batcave. Masha's gonna talk a little bit more about us as a channel, as a group.
Yes, it is my turn. Despite everything, it's still you. Get it? It's a callback to what's always just an air. But they were just. A lot of our VODs are on YouTube. Monster of the Week seasons 1, 2, and 3, Uncharted Worlds, Return to OE, and all of our Tiny Tables one-page RPG content, and more. Definitely follow us on social media as well. We are at Turntables RPG on most things. And you can also join us on Discord, etc., where we post snacks and fun stuff like quotes out of context. And also, Dustin, it's your turn now.
That's me. We also want to shout out our team members who you can see right here on the stream in their faces right now. And I'm going to start by giving a huge shout out to the person who helped with our overlay, our beautiful, beautiful overlay you see. That's just everything you see on the stream that is not really our faces or the map. And that is Chris.
I did that.
There he is. There he is. You can check out his profile
This
in
way.
chat. I don't know where he is in relation to me right now because I haven't memorized that yet. So he's around there somewhere.
Like
But yeah, big thanks to Chris for
you're
helping with
that
overlay.
way.
Check out his you're that way.
No, well, no,
That-
I'm this way for
You're that
you.
way. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
We have to.
Anyways,
Never mind. Yeah.
yeah. Just go check out his portfolio before he breaks his knees again.
Sure.
Yes.
I do that
Eric,
frequently.
you are up next, my friend.
Yes. We also cannot pass through announcements without showing off our amazing character art done by Morgan, who is 2 people above me.
Chris, point out. Yes. Good.
Yeah, she designed all of our, she did all of our character art and all of our designs. So please go follow Morgan on Blue Sky and Twitter. At the links that I'm about to send, or oh no, they already have been sent. Yeah. Next is Mars, who I believe is that way from me.
Yes.
Hello. Finally, we want to shout out Eric for the amazing graphic animations, which are in the intro, and so for the intro song, because both of them are wonderful, and the intro sequence slaps. So, check out their things, in chat. Question mark?
Yes. Eric's portfolio is in chat. I have not
Yes.
put my portfolio in chat.
Put your portfolio in chat.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Put your portfolio in chat.
Not right now.
Do it now.
Saul's portfolio is youtube.com/turntablesrpg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow our socials, please. Like all of our posts. Yeah. Chris, do you have anything to cap off this shout outs with?
I mean, yes, if you are like, wow, I love all these links to all these people's things, boy, do we have more for you. Dustin, it has a stream. Go watch that stream. It's different from this stream.
I'm a cat boy over there.
Yes.
Whoa.
Get on there right now. But
Real cowboy hours.
if you want things from the material plane, physical items for your enjoyment, or maybe there's digital items. I haven't checked recently. Maybe Mars put some digital items on
No,
there. But
no digital items.
you can, okay, so no, only physical items at Mars's Etsy store. If you want little things like stamp prints and fun little collectibles of all kinds, check out Mars's Etsy if you want physical things. Dustin Stream if you want virtual cat boys. That's the pitch.
It's really
Oh,
all we can
there we
provide.
go.
Really all
Sold.
we can
I don't know
provide
about
for
you guys, but I'm sold.
I really enjoy tapping into Chris's like innate talent of like salesmanship in general. Even if it is like catching him off guard with it, it's just very fun. Anywho, yes, so great that we can. I'm very happy that we can shout out the team. This is all a team effort in general, this stream, so very happy to be able to do so. Before we launch into the intro and into gameplay, I'd really quickly just want to really do a shout out to the charity, to the nonprofit that we are supporting, Austin Batcave. They're a 501c3 nonprofit here in Austin. And they provide creative writing, journaling, like college essay, like resume writing, like all these different writing services to students of all kinds and all income levels. They create safe, accessible programming, and they really do kind of like create a community for these students to kind of like foster that creative talent and that writing talent. And I know that when I was younger, I'm sure many of us on this call as well would have loved to have had these programs when we were younger as well. So one of the bigger programs that we want to shout out is the their annual anthology program, which Morgan's going to talk about. I'm going to drop the link to ABC in chat, and Morgan, take it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So Austin Batcave's 16th anthology is called Face Your Fears. It's, you know, a bunch of scary stories, monster poetry, comics, post-apocalyptic fiction, illustrations, and more by ABC students from across all of Central Texas. It's very cool. You can support it by checking out the anthology yourself, the link we just posted. You know, money going to a good cause, supporting kids, supporting creative writing, and inspiring young people to continue being creative in a time when that is hard.
Absolutely. And like, again, all follows on social media and here on Twitch we really appreciate. But if you've got, you know, like $1, $5, whatever you feel comfortable with supporting, we really appreciate it. Just spreading the word as well, sharing it on socials, like all that kind of stuff is also a huge help. We won't be done with this charity drive until we are done with this small little Tales from the Harvest Moon campaign. So we're very excited to keep supporting them and to keep playing together. So with that in mind, unless I'm missing anything else, team, nope, nothing. I don't think. Okay, fantastic.
I mean, I think someone's grandma has a book to promote.
You're so right. You're so right.
No.
Please go check out.
Okay, now hold
Grandma
on here.
first.
No, why is it still command in chat? Oh,
I'm never gonna delete it, Chris. I'm never gonna delete
If you
it.
like
Austin Backbone.
squirrels, if you like squirrels and reading at the reading level of a third grader, boy, do I have a book for you.
A book series, even.
A book series, four books to invest your time in. My mom is very tired of us pitching my grandmother's book.
She really?
She said, "Stop in chat."
Please tell Grandma Furf that we are spreading the good word.
My favorite is the
she
Prime
doesn't
Time of Roy
understand.
Troy. So if you check out the Roy Troy books, tell us which one is your favorite.
How about this?
Yeah.
Okay, here, how about this? I did this animated thing. Watch that instead, please.
Give me the link. Drop the link
best
in
10
chat.
minutes of animation out there right now.
You guys are like, stop!
Yeah.
My grandma's getting
powerful.
too rich from all of the money
Yes,
she's
please
making off
stop.
of these Rolls Royce
She's getting
boxes.
too much money from her scroll book. Well, she would be very,
The
very happy
people
if they started
yearn
spelling
for
again.
girl fiction. What can we
Yeah.
say?
Yes, actually, watch. Chris has an incredible animated short film on YouTube.
Yes.
called
Which two people have dedicated their voice to in this stream.
called Petra Ex Machina.
So
Yes.
It is
definitely watch.
phenomenal.
Yes.
It's really good.
Somebody who's not me, go find the link and drop it in chat.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm
thank
doing
you.
it right now.
Excellent.
did.
I'm
Famous
fast
celebrities. That's right.
Crispy
She is
you.
the fastest.
Okay.
That's true.
Chris got it
Our
already.
our very own Saul
Fuck.
Padilla plays guitar guy.
I have
Guitar
one
guy,
line.
big roll. At the episode 2, that's very much going to happen. Definitely, I promise.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah.
And Morgan plays
The mom.
Petra's mom.
the
Yes,
mom.
sure.
Her name is Irene, Eric. Come
Irene.
on.
Okay. I
Perfect,
thought it
thank
was.
you.
I just didn't want to
appreciate
be.
someone remembered.
I couldn't.
That's
Irene
my
is a big
character.
fan.
I'm not
I
gonna
couldn't
forget.
I
remember
don't
the
know.
last. I couldn't remember her last name. So
Yeah.
It's Ex
Oh, I don't think-
Machina.
Irene Ex Machina.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they say their name. I don't think they
They
say
don't
their
have a-
last
I don't
name.
think there's a
I see. I
canon
couldn't
last
remember, so I didn't
name.
want to. I didn't want to like attempt it.
That's really
They,
funny.
No.
Petra does have a canonical last name.
Okay.
There's
Well,
like,
Ex
anyway, this is not
Machina,
going to become
yes.
a Petra Ex Machina stream.
Anyway.
No, but what is
Donate
it?
money
What is it?
to
Now you gotta
charity,
tell
and
us.
maybe
Yeah,
we'll
if
give you
we-
the last name if you
Yeah,
want to know the deep
if we
cut
hit
lore.
$900, we'll release the Petra family last name.
Yes, I'll release
We
the
hit-
family tree.
Oh,
We
Here, I'll-
that's you just reminded me. Thank you so much. Another thing, we have polls going on for that will go on as we're playing in order to switch like nat 1s to nat 20s and so on and so forth. If we reach $1,000, I'm gonna introduce the deck of many things to this campaign and to the
Oh,
players.
Whoa!
Oh,
So-
okay.
Oh, that's
You
What
can't
does that
We
mean?
already
tempt
have
me
one
like
of
that,
those.
Saul.
So-
It's Cat's tarot deck.
What does that mean? I'm new. Someone explain.
Oh,
the
We'll
deck of many
explain.
things can derail a campaign completely.
It
Uh-oh.
can.
Yeah, it's like basically it does world altering
it does
things.
anything. It really is the deck of.
I said I was
Like,
gonna.
it-
I said I was gonna introduce it. It's up to y'all if you pull anything.
It
Like
can
it could
do-
just
Yeah.
be, like if you choose to draw a card from it, you could just die instantly.
Yeah,
Good.
like you could
But
Good
things
gain
can happen also.
yeah, like you could gain 4 character levels, or you could
Oh.
summon the Grim Reaper to kill you.
Good.
So,
Or you could get some wishes.
or you
You
get
could
some
get
wishes.
wishes.
Or you could get some wishes.
Anywho,
Okay.
with that in
I
mind,
think I have one of those like versions of the deck of many things that's like
me too. Yeah, they're kind of like it's not a foil, but it's like they
The
they
hollow.
change as
Yeah,
you
the
move
hollow.
them, and there's a
Yeah,
word
yeah,
for
whatever they're
that.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
name for that.
So how you donate? If you
Lenticular?
thank you so much for asking. If you scroll down on the stream, there's a little purple box, has a green donate button, and you can donate there at the Tiltify link.
Mother, you're
We-
watching
we-
on TV. You have to scan the
Ah.
QR code
That or hit this link in the chat.
yes.
Yeah.
or do that.
And because it's through Tiltify, we don't. The money doesn't come to us and then we donate it to them.
Correct.
It goes
Yeah.
directly to
It
them.
goes directly
Yeah,
to
we
the-
don't touch that money.
So you can
Yeah.
rest easy that we will not be like YouTubers and steal money that's for charity. It
Yeah.
goes directly.
Yeah, we're not
to
gonna
them.
forget it
for
in an
sure.
account or whatever.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah, my
directly.
secret
We're
account
honest
in
people
that
with
off
hearts of
basement.
gold. Please give money to the children so they can make art.
Well,
Correct. So
average
now,
heart of gold. If
with
you
all
average
with that
all
in
of our
mind-
accounts-
now that we have established that we are doing good, welcome to Tales from the Harvest Moon. That kind of rhymed a little bit.
I think if I cozy up to enough rich people, eventually I too will become rich, because that's how that works.
Yeah.
So,
That's the first audio that stream
Yeah.
like heard like when we came back
Yeah.
from the
Great.
intro. Is
I
like
mean, I'm a firm believer that one day I will be fabulously rich and wealthy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's
They're
the
just-
problem with that gang. I hang out with a lot of pretty people, and like,
You're beautiful. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
No.
Take a
There
look
you
at those.
go.
Take a look at those beautiful baby blues.
no, listen.
Yeah,
listen. No,
absolutely.
hang on. Let me finish. Let me finish. All right. I hang out with a lot of pretty people, and I'm handsome. So like, it's not. It doesn't work. You know.
Mm.
No.
I don't agree. You can
You
be
can't
handsome
overcome-
and pretty.
You can't overcome your natural.
Welcome to chat. Welcome
Yeah.
to stream.
thank you
Hi,
to
welcome
thank you to Anonymous, who donated $10 a few seconds ago, saying "Deck of many things, please." Shout out. We know they want it. The people want it.
People want it.
People want it. The people long
They
for
yearn
the.
for the
Understandable.
deck
They
of
yearn
many
for the
things.
deck of many things.
But
boy.
Saul, what happens if we do draw one that's basically like campaign over?
I mean, okay, I
Campaign
have,
over.
I have a pretty good like memory of all the like deck of many things cards, and there's like one or two that would cause like immediate problems, or like there's not any that would necessarily destroy the campaign unless like you used your wishes to destroy the campaign or something along those lines.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
like one of your characters would maybe like get transported to like an extra planar little cell for like life for forever unless your friends go to save you and things of that nature. But then, you know,
Yeah, we do a quick little
Yeah.
side quest.
but that,
Like
I
the-
mean, like, I'm just saying I'm going to introduce it. Doesn't mean that you're going to have access to it, that you're going to be able to pull any cards, all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying that,
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's going to be there.
Just
If you
it's in
try
it's in a
enough,
glass
if you
case.
try enough, maybe you can get to it. But I'm not unless we get to $1,000. Not unless we get to $1,000. You know.
I feel like if we get to $1,000, we have to draw from it at least once.
It's gonna be me.
Okay.
I mean, I was. Yeah.
Even if
I-
Saul just puts it in your path and he says you don't have to draw it, Smidge is
Correct.
like, I'm gonna draw
That's the
that.
thing.
Smidge.
You
It is
don't
Smidge,
have to
I
draw
know.
it. You don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
draw from the card.
No, hey, I know Smidge is stupid and greedy, and if you're like,
I'm
oh,
rooting for
cool.
Smidge. I want Smidge to get his happy ever after.
Yeah. I want Smidge to draw the like one that makes his charisma set to like 25 or something.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
would rule.
Yeah.
Becomes the prettiest warlock at the ball.
Oh my god. Okay, fantastic. So we played last night. We're bringing a very, very fun energy into this session today, which I appreciate a lot. Our players went through combat with a ton of rats. Turns out some of those rats were were-rats, and they bit our friendly neighborhood tiefling and kobold, and they both failed their constitution checks. So right now they are cursed with rat lycanthropy. However, our friendly neighborhood dilf of a minotaur priest is able to a dilfatar.
That's my dad.
Minnow Dilf?
Uh,
That sounds weird.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
Oh,
Minadilf.
Dilfar.
Go Minadilf.
I don't know what kind of Pokemon games you're playing.
Okay, no.
So fast. Come on. Lock in.
Listen.
Lock in.
Salazzle is real. All right, you can't tell me that Pokemon doesn't know what they're doing.
Friends?
So
We have to lock in.
so is
We're
the
35 minutes into stream.
yes we are Father Manassas.
Yeah.
Boy,
Father
What else
Manassas
new?
is able to remove the curse of lycanthropy. It's just going to take a little bit of time. However, successfully having defended the town and its townsfolk and defeated these rats and were-rats, our hodgepodge group of individuals at the moment, I don't want to call you a party because you haven't even talked to each other yet, technically.
True.
So, are now being invited upstairs to the mezzanine as the Orpheum Hollow Town Council are about to convene in order to kind of talk about the events of the day, some pressing matters, some of which have to do with members of the party themselves. Yes, so and I will say, just kind of because there were two natural 20s at the end of last night's session, Masha's character, Catalina Ruth, one of the faculty members here in the Orpheum, was able to ascertain that something snuck into her office and stole a flower that she picked out of a bouquet like 2 sessions ago. And she also found a very old journal that could potentially have important information. But we'll come to that later. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor. I'm going to say, unless any of you had any pressing matters on the ground floor, I'm going to have y'all just kind of like beginning to move up onto the mezzanine, heading towards where where you can see everyone is moving towards the council chambers as is. Who's doing what?
I think I'd like to talk as we're like moving upstairs. I'd like to sort of fall back next to Trick.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Trick Lippis.
Oh my god.
And I'm just kind of like lean over to him just as we're walking, and I'm gonna sort of whisper and I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, I know you're not the Jingler.
Jesus Christ, you can talk. What the fuck?
What?
Every one of us.
I'm wearing clothes.
I thought that
Why
Sometimes-
is this surprising?
sometimes cat owners just put their cats in clothes. I don't understand it.
We're like the same height. It doesn't matter. Don't
I
worry.
just thought you were a
Don't,
very well-fed cat.
don't yes. Don't worry about the gourd man. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
I know you're not the Jingler.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks, I guess.
That's
Because
the
I'm the jingler.
That's the Jingler, and I point at Lux.
Wait a second.
You.
But yeah,
And Lex is
they,
just
I
like
mean, sure,
walking
I can-
around, jingling.
they got all the
their
they
little
got all
bells
the,
and stuff.
They got all the bells on them. They gotta be the Jingler.
Yeah, sure. They can have it. I don't really.
You're the I don't know. You had some kind of other name. I don't remember what it was, but
No, I don't really. I mean,
And then Darjeeling kind of leans in from behind and is just like, I think they said the Echo of the West.
yeah,
But-
the echo of the past or whatever.
yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. No. I mean, people kind of like keep giving me names when I don't really ask to be given names.
Do you want another one?
No, I don't. I just said I don't want to be called something.
Or I mean, what do you want to be called then?
Just call me like Trick. I don't.
All right. My name is Smidge.
Okay.
So
Nice to meet you, Smidge.
nice to meet you too, Mr. Trick.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool. I
um,
don't talk to people much.
I'll say as the two of you are conversing, you actually pass by Gordo, the Pumpkin King, who's currently kind of like relaxing on one of the couches on the mezzanine. He's not making any moves to head towards the town council chamber. And you do notice that like the greater group has kind of stopped, and Lady Ophelia is currently talking to Poppy with like kind of like the doors open. And Gordo kind of grins at Smidge, and he says, "How's my little buddy doing?"
I wouldn't know.
I didn't. You. I mean, you paid for him. He's
What?
my buddy,
Talking-
Who's your buddy?
the buddy that I sold you earlier today.
The pumpkin.
Yes, that buddy.
I don't know. It's a pumpkin.
Are you treating
I
him
know.
okay?
I down on the stem a little.
Okay.
Darjeeling's like, Darjeeling's gonna interject and be like, yeah, he's fine. And then like with the bottom, she's like holding her spear and like she like taps Smidge with the bottom to like push him forward because there is definitely a hole in it that she ripped out to cast her Tasha's Caustic Brews spell. So there's just a chunk missing from this pumpkin. So she's like, yeah, he's fine. And then pushes Smidge forward.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's a pumpkin.
Gordo just kind of like grins and watches you all as you kind of like shuffle forward. You do notice that he is, he has a very interesting looking coin that he's kind of like dancing amongst his fingers. It seems to be just kind of like a very strange metal. It's
Well,
like almost
that's
gonna.
an interesting looking coin you're dancing between your fingers.
Strange.
Oh, this old thing. Oh
Yeah.
just a
Can I s-
memento.
Can I see it?
You're being currently pushed away by your dark mistress.
I'm just tapping him.
As I get pushed forward, it's whatever.
Maybe later, friend. And you see him kind of flick it up in the air and open up his jacket pocket to have it drop in. I'll say the majority of you have kind of reached the entrance to the town council chambers, and you notice that Lady Ophelia has kind of like walked inside, and Poppy's in the process of kind of like flying around the second floor, picking up chairs and dragging them. They're a little too heavy for her to just be able to like lift up and like fly with, so she's kind of like, her wings are beating, but like she's kind of like uncomfortably dragging it behind her. And you kind of peek into the main chambers, and you notice that it is it's kind of like a semicircle. There are 3 windows across that are giving you a pretty good view of just like Orpheum Hollow as is. It is currently, I would say, like early afternoon, so like around 2 p.m. at the latest. Still a good chunk of time before the sun sets and before night comes. In the center of this room, there is a long oval table with about like 8-ish chairs kind of sprinkled around it. There's some nice potted plants on the sides to give it just a bit of color. And obviously there's no space for the 6 of you. So Poppy is in the process of dragging those chairs to the chamber in order for y'all to be able to have spaces to sit. And if any of you make eye contact with her, she'll smile, but she does have that look in her eyes of like, why are you making me do more work?
Really quickly,
Yes.
we hit $900
Hey.
on the donation goal.
Sweet Christmas.
Someone named Minodilf.
A drop. Thank you, Minnow Dilf. Thank you for
Minnow.
your
My
$80
favorite
donation.
Pokemon.
My favorite Pokemon.
We're so close to $1,000. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. What Pokemon type is Minnow Dilf?
It's evolution of Tauros.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Oh.
so right, Dustin. But does it get a second type? You know, like
Yeah,
okay,
normal fighting.
normal.
I was
fighting.
gonna say
Yeah.
fighting. I was gonna say fighting for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I
it's
love that.
like you just put like a Tauros' head on a Machoke's body.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You just yeah.
All you artists on Twitter, you're welcome.
Get on it.
I'm gonna have that one for free.
Wow.
Dude,
Thank you guys
this
so
one.
much.
Never mind, I changed my mind. Donate.
Fantastic,
$1,000.
yes.
I'll draw Minnow Dilf for free. I'll draw Minnow Dilf. $1,000. I'll draw Minnow Dilf and Father Manassas.
Yeah.
Out of
that's
context,
what it'll
it
take.
sounds like you just said, "Give me $1,000, and then I'll draw it for free."
Whatever.
So, and Poppy's in the process of getting the room ready, so you can see that there are certain members that are not like. Lady Ophelia's in the room already, kind of seated, kind of going through like a small stack of papers. I'd like to know what Catalina is doing, Masha, because your character kind of has learned some interesting information, and is now kind of like rushing out of their office room to rejoin everyone else. So, what are you doing? Like, what's the process here?
I mean, I think that I am putting the journal into a bag or pocket. I'm sure I've got somewhere to put it if I have like a whole pile of cards with me at any time. And then I'm locking my office door.
Okay.
Has it been more than 10 minutes since we had combat? Weird question.
I would say like it's coming up on 10 minutes. You're still, I would say, like or no, I'll say yeah, it's past 10 minutes.
Okay. I only ask because that's how long detect magic lasts for.
Oh, sure.
I think, is it not a ritual spell?
If you
Who decided this?
detect magic,
Which spell?
I'm pretty sure
Detect magic is a ritual.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
ritual,
it's a ritual.
yeah.
But
Cool. But a ritual takes how long to cast? An hour?
10 minutes.
It's
10 minutes?
It's 10
Not enough
minutes.
time.
plus a minute for every level of the spell.
Correct.
So it's 11 minutes for.
Why would you
And
level up the spell?
No, it's just there's ritual spells that are higher level.
Yeah.
So like a third level ritual spell would take 13 minutes.
So if you don't,
That's
yeah,
stupid.
if you don't want to expend an immediate spell slot, you can cast it as a ritual for in 11 minutes, and yeah.
Well, I don't think I have time for that because I was just called to go do the thing and the stuff.
Yeah.
So I think if I had more time, I would try to detect
say-
if there was any.
When you got to your office, that was still within 10 minutes of combat. So like, if you like, do you still want if that's specifically what you're looking for, like within your office, then we can definitely play it that way.
I think I would have loved to, when I got there and noticed that something was awry, like tried to see if there was any magic present within my office that was not my own. You know, perhaps into the like small hole in the ceiling, the HVAC system
That no normal person could fit.
that no
Correct.
normal being could fit through.
That's correct.
Except for a rat, maybe, or perhaps a very bendy creature.
Yeah, I mean, so you're inspecting the vent, right?
Oh yes. Does it have the presence of magic on it?
It does not.
Okay.
But there's a nice cool breeze pushing through it, and it like, hits your face.
And I am so comfortable. Yeah, I think that I will put the journal in my bag. I've decided I have a bag now. And I will lock my office door, and then I will go try to head to the council room to make sure I've met up with everyone else. Being kind of mindful along the way that I am still kind of convinced that there are intruders here.
Yeah.
Not that we have seen them. So.
I will say, as you're kind of like walking up, or as you're walking across, because your office is on the other side, both Rhododendron and Wokon are coming up the steps. Your fellow faculty members. Wokon is the Gitzurai, and Rhododendron is the Earth Genasi. And they're both kind of like having a small conversation with themselves when they notice you, and they jog up, and Wokon immediately is like, Cat, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be okay?
Well, you were in the combat. You were about to. I saw you almost be bitten by a rat.
Keyword is almost.
That's true. And Rhododendron kind of like smiles, and you know, again, like I said in the first session, Rhododendron's like the closest one to you in age, and so and they also are the only other faculty member that has an office on the second floor, and so you all cross paths very often, and she looks at you and is just kind of like, I mean, I can't believe that happened. Usually they can't even get through the wards or anything like that, but I guess, oh well, I guess we shut them off for the festival. Wokon was telling me something that you told Lady Ophelia about intruders.
Yeah, I'm not. There were some folks that came in, that I think is the reason that there was a whole rat situation, and they went up the stairs into the stacks, and we haven't seen them since. So I feel like they might still be in here, but Sir Basil didn't, register them, so...
Saint Basil didn't register them? Wokon kind of cuts in.
No, I mean, I mentioned it to him, and Lady Ophelia had him, like, do a little scan, and there was no intruders, so... Maybe I missed them leaving again, or maybe they're still somewhere in here, and I didn't realize we took all the wards down. That doesn't seem safe.
Not all, but they are back up now. Though,
I hope so.
if they're up now, it means that Wokon kind of like stops himself. We will investigate this. You can continue forward with Lady Ophelia at the town council chamber. And he pauses for a moment. And he shakes his head. He's like, Saint Basil would be able to hear a baby mouse in the deepest of the dungeons, That is very strange.
If you see anything suspicious, keep me in the loop.
Yes, of course. And he kind of like looks at Rhododendron, and they both kind of like nod at you and kind of like begin moving forward. But you have essentially been able to set some of the faculty members to investigate further on these strange individuals.
Yes, excellent.
So, with that, are you continuing forward to meet up with the rest of the group in general?
Yeah, I think so. I think that this council meeting is probably important.
I think both Lux and Ori, Father Manassas hasn't like left y'all's side. He's kind of like still kind of like very close, not touching you, but he stays close to you, and his kind of presence and the way that he's kind of positioned his arms to kind of like essentially pray over you, kind of makes it to where like the two of you kind of like are somewhat stuck together for the moment of like in close proximity, as he just kind of like, it's almost kind of like a weird like salsa line, except it's the two of you in front of him and he's like right behind the two of you, if that makes sense.
He has always been this way.
Good to know. And I think Lux is like, I guess the party wouldn't know this, but like Lux is being weirdly quiet for how they normally are, but I think Lux asks Ori, how long have you known him? The father, I mean.
Many years. He took me in when I had nowhere else to go.
He seems like a good dude.
He is a good dude. Yes.
Father Manassas is just muttering prayers behind you. I think he's deeply focused, is not necessarily paying attention to the conversation, but he kind of pauses the two of you in front of the council chambers, and he shakes his head and he says, I would prefer to continue this rather than pause, and I just
You have responsibilities.
I do, but
They must be done. We will be fine until you return.
and he kind of nods and he says, how you've grown to be reminding me of my responsibilities when all I remember is my oath to heal those in pain. Very well. And he says, once we are done with the council meeting, I will continue the rite and hopefully remove the curse in a few hours' time.
Yes.
And we're gonna see, is there anything else people want to do before we enter into the council chambers? So at the moment, or no,
Sorry. As for flavor, this doesn't have to be any role or anything, but I think that Kat would absolutely size up all of the other people that were in that combat with her, because she doesn't recognize any of them except for Mallory.
And you also read Trick's mind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's true.
Surface thoughts.
harrowing.
That's true. And that's, I forgot about that. That was episode 1.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Watch now on YouTube.
Harrowing images of violence and loneliness and solitude, just casual things, you know. I will say, I think that the Buchanans, both Fred and Buck, were the first ones in the chamber. They have taken the seats farthest away from Lady Ophelia. And you see Buck's just kind of like, he has his walking stick in his on his legs, and is just kind of like, you know, very absent-mindedly and kind of like very almost like dazed and joyful his face looks in general, just kind of like very happy to be here. Fred, however, with his permanent scowl, has taken off his hat and set it on the table and is impatiently like tapping the mahogany in order to like start the meeting. And we see Father Manassas kind of goes around them, sits next to them. They both kind of do the Raven Queen symbol to Father Manassas as he enters, and Father Manassas, responds. It seems like they're very comfortable with the clergy, but they are sitting as far away from Lady Ophelia as possible. I think Poppy is going to take a seat next to Lady Ophelia. Lily's going to sit next to them. Gordo's gonna come and he's gonna kind of like make a point of kind of like putting his hand on the chair next to Father Manassas, and Father Manassas is gonna like huff, and Gordo will raise up his hand and go and sit next to Lily instead. So take from that what you will. However, 6 chairs have been kind of sat against the wall of the council chamber for y'all to be able to sit in, if you would like to.
Ori will stand.
Yeah, Trick's knees also hurt.
What are the chairs like?
They are like they're red and cushioned. They are soft, but there's a firmness to them that kind of like makes it seem, or like they do have like small little arm, oh my god, yeah, small little arms, yeah, just arms, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comfy?
The arms of a chair.
Yeah, the arms of the chair. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
I was like, that's not a real word.
I was like, what? I was like,
Chairs,
what?
arms, what?
I almost short circuited there. But they're like, they are uncomfortable for the moment, but you can tell that like, because they are from like the studies on the 2nd floor, it's like over time they compress into your body shape and make it more comfortable, because people spend hours sitting in them studying things and poring over stuff.
I'll sit in a chair, sure.
Your feet dangle.
That's great.
I do think Trick stays standing, but he's kind of like swaying a little bit.
Well, actually, does Darjeeling sit?
I was about to say to you, dude, I was like, that's bold as hell.
Damn.
But no, I mean, yeah, I think she'd sit. I think Darjeeling would sit. I think she would intentionally sit as far away from Lily as possible. So wherever in the array of chairs, to not be near her.
Yeah, for sure.
I think she'd like kind of lean back, all smug, and like, I don't know, fuck it. Yeah, I think she'd like maybe kick a little leg up on the table a little bit.
Oh, you're not close enough to the table to put your leg up.
Okay. I thought we were at the table.
No. The chairs are against the wall. There is an empty chair next to Father Manassas if you would like to.
That's really funny. I don't think I would do that.
Okay.
I think what I'll say is that she'll like kick the bottom of her spear and it'll flip up and float in front of her at like the 1.5 foot mark.
Wow.
And she'll prop her feet up on that.
Oh
instead.
my god.
Like, I will mimic her posture and also lean back and cross my arms, but like obviously my feet are not long enough. My legs aren't long enough to put my feet up, so I won't do that.
Excellent.
Can Ori do something really quickly?
Yeah, what's up?
I mean, the goblin is swaying and his knees are obviously shaking.
Yes.
So Ori will walk up and just slowly reach forward to place a hand on his shoulder and heal him.
Yeah. Does
he's gonna lay? I'm gonna lay on hands.
Does Trick allow this stranger to touch him?
Yeah.
I do think he sort of like jerks back a bit, like, "What are you doing?"
I will heal you.
That was presumptuous of you.
Do you not wish to be healed? I was wondering why you jumped off of the balcony. Perhaps it is because you enjoy the pain.
Red
That's
for
a lot.
filth.
That's a lot to deal with right now. I don't have the time or
Do I heal
energy
you
to
or do
answer
I
that.
not?
Okay, please heal me.
Okay. And
Ori said, "Damn, you a freak."
Listen, Ori.
And Trick
Ori's
said,
met all kinds.
not wrong.
Ori will lay on hands. How much health are you down?
I am 18 out of 36.
I can't do math, man.
Half.
How much?
Okay,
how much
that
lay on
doesn't
hands
help
do you
either.
have?
I have 20.
You could give him like 10 if you wanted.
That's what I was thinking of doing. So
Okay.
heal 10 HP.
Dookie dookie, thank you.
So you're back up to 28, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yes.
full, but it's a
Yeah.
lot closer to full. Than...
It's much better than I was, and
Yeah.
I will have if we ever do anything again before a short rest, then I will certainly lose more.
Chris, I will say the sharp pain in your knees subsides to a very dull throb, and it really just your body is just telling you have to sit down.
I haven't slept in 2 weeks.
Granted, no one will know if you fall asleep right now. You're wearing a mask.
There are
Damn it.
chairs.
You are right, but I'm trying to keep my somewhat professional demeanor.
You sitting can be professional too. And
Yeah,
he'll
but
point.
my legs will not touch
his,
the
I
floor, and that
assume
kind of
Cat
takes.
is rather. Oh, that's funny.
My legs won't touch the floor, and that kind of takes a lot of my
Perhaps you can.
my
sit on-
energy out of it.
Perhaps you can ask to sit on her spear.
What the fuck? Is that a euphemism? What are you? What are you?
No, it's floating closer to the ground. Your feet will touch.
Oh. Oh, okay. Anyway, this was an awkward conversation. I have these a lot.
I do not understand. What is the euphemism?
Hey,
Well, that was what I was
Why?
asking.
Do we hear this?
Ori's
Yes.
not hiding it. Ori doesn't
Yes,
care.
yes, you do hear this.
I think Darjeeling would be like, I don't know that she'd comment, but I think she'd be like, what?
Anyway, I really, this is not how I wanted this day to go. It's kind of been a bad day for me.
We all have bad days. The Raven Queen will.
I guess in a grand scheme of things, I've had a bad 5 years.
I understand the struggle. The Raven
Okay.
Queen can give you.
Oh, no,
hope.
thank you. No, I'm
and peace.
okay. Thank you. No, it's okay. No, I don't really do organized religion. I support your beliefs. I don't really.
I almost wanted Ori to say me either, but Ori is literally a paladin, which is
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He does, in fact.
he does.
Anyway, thank you.
So I'll say Darjeeling and Smidge are sitting down next to each other. There is one chair left on their little specific little segment. Who's taking it?
Lux will take it.
Okay, excellent.
like- Cat will sit. There are 6 chairs, right?
Yes, there are 6 chairs. It's
Yeah.
just that it's like you enter through the doorway. There's 3 on one side and 3 on the other. They have taken
Got it.
those 3 on the right hand side, so there's 3 left on the left hand side.
So Lux
I
has
think-
to like step over the spear to get to the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think instead of sitting, Trick's going to like lean on one of the chairs, like trying to be like, he's like, I'm trying my hardest to maintain my cool, my
Yeah.
casual lean.
That's right, because you're short, so you're like. That's really funny.
If I was any of my other tabletop characters, I would offer to boost you into the chair, but
No,
that is not
No, it's
Catalina's
not a-
personality.
it's just he's trying to maintain a cool aesthetic, and he thinks sitting in a chair that's too big for him is gonna ruin it, and this was the better option.
Meanwhile, Smidge is like kicking his fucking feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I see Lux come and sit down. What is it like? Darjeeling's at one end, Smidge is in the middle, and
There's one left
Lux,
next to you.
Lux
yeah.
is on the other end.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm like looking up at Lux, like kind of a little starstruck. I think.
Or struck.
Yeah.
I think Lux is like looks down at Smidge and then notice Smidge is staring at them and just kind of like looks away.
Smidge with his wet yellow eyes.
Yeah, I can see the animatic now. It's like we see a side profile of Lux. Camera pans a little bit, and it reveals like Smidge like right behind them,
Big
like
yellow
looking
eyes.
at them. And Lux is just kind of like glance, look
Point-
away.
Pointedly
Glance,
looks
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that will leave Ori, Catalina, and Trick leaning like like one of those like 90s Sears photo shoots on one of these chairs. Trying to think.
Do you not sit like Masha? Do you not have cats? This cat isn't sitting.
No,
Cat's sitting.
Cat's
Cat
sitting.
is sitting down.
I
Absolutely.
misunderstood. Okay.
no. Trick's the only one standing.
I
Technically,
thought you were saying Ori and Cat and Trick were all standing
no,
behind
no.
these chairs, and I was like,
Oh,
why?
did Ori sit down? I thought Ori was standing too.
Would that change your decision?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm just
It
saying,
becomes
it
peer
would
pressure at that point.
I'm
it would
surprised
affect
Ori's
the
not.
optics.
I'm surprised Ori's not sitting by his dad.
Trick is a very optics-driven person.
Oh,
Ori
that's
is
true. Yeah.
Ori is standing by the door just because he's used to guard duty, so he's kind of like taking up position kind of near the door. He's not the guard, obviously, but it's just at force of habit for him.
I think everyone who's sitting at the table clocks the individual standing, and
God.
like Lady Ophelia kind of like looks at the two of you and says, "You know, you don't have to stand."
Yeah.
Yes.
I made my own right. No, he doesn't say that. he just. Yeah, I do.
I have the right to free stand.
I have the right to stand even if it hurts my legs.
I have the
no,
right to look cool. And you can't stop me.
I think Trick is just like I actually I don't think even Trick says anything. I think he just sort of like nods.
Okay. I think Lady Ophelia is just gonna say, "Okay, so I suppose we should begin." And she kind of like looks over at Poppy, and Poppy kind of like perks up and has like this huge kind of like leather-bound journal in front of her, and she's got a pen ready, and she says, "Okay, we will now begin the Harvest Moon Festival Emergency Town Council meeting. In attendance, we have Lady Ophelia Orpheum. We have Earl Buck Buchanan, Frederick Buchanan, Father Manassas, Proxy, Lily.
Bitch.
You said you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not trying to be subtle about it?
I mean, she coughs, but like,
Okay.
she's like, bitch.
My lady, do you need a glass of water?
I'm good, Smidge. Thank you.
Okay, I have a water skin if you need
No,
it.
take it. I appreciate it, Smidge.
Lily, upon hearing you say this, like she's been staring daggers at you since you decided to use the spear as your footrest. This
Okay.
ancient artifact that's been handed down by generations of this coven. And
Fuck yeah.
She's pissed she ain't got it like me.
and she hears you say this, and she kind of like looks at Lady Ophelia. My lady, we have decorum that we must follow. And Lady Ophelia is just kind of like eyebrows raised, somewhat bemused at the situation, and she looks at you and she says, "As dull as it is, I'm afraid we do have decorum. I'm going to have to ask the peanut gallery to please keep quiet."
Sorry, my lady. I had something in my throat.
Yes, I know you did. Okay.
It was profanity.
Poppy, please continue. And Poppy kind of like her feathers ruffle a little bit with anxiety, and she's like, "Okay, should I go over last meeting's minutes?" And Lady Ophelia kind of like waves her hands, and she's like, "No, please, just to the matters at hand would be best." And Poppy kind of nods, and she says, "Okay, So, leaving it to giving the floor to Father Manassas, you have approached the council with the hope of contracting the services of, and she kind of like glances over at Trick, who is currently leaning on the chair like this. I guess you're trying to be more nonchalant. And Father Manassas kind of like stands, and he puts his hands on the table and he says, "Thank you, Poppy. As you all know, members of the town, along with tourists who have come into the town for the Harvest Moon Festival, have been reporting missing persons. So far, we have not had anybody go after them, but we know that these individuals are going into the Silent Woods, and I have had members of the Raven Guard go in search of them and not return. My flock grows thin, and I fear those woods. From what I can gather from my own scrying and my praying, there are things in those woods that move with strategic purpose. Something that I do not see, that I have not seen since. It is very akin to military tactics. And I worry, since it is now the eve of the Harvest Moon Festival, if it crests tonight, it would be an opportune time for something to happen. Now, we all know that the Order of Blood Hunters, though dangerous at times, are very skilled. And I trust that, along with Ori and Greyon, Tricklippus will be able to ascertain the danger coming from the woods, and perhaps save some innocent lives. There's kind of like this very quiet silence, and then Poppy kind of pipes up and is like, "I almost forgot." And she kind of like quickly scribbles, "In guest attendance, Trick Lippis, Echo of the West, Jingler, Catalina Ruth, faculty member of the Orpheum, Lady Darjeeling." And she kind of looks up at Smidge. "What's your name? What's your name?
What?
What's your name?"
Oh. You can record my name as Smidge William Fitzwilliams.
Smidge William Fitzwilliams, Mallory of the Raven Guard, and Lux Kane of...
She'd know this.
What?
How does she know, like, my name?
That's
I feel like I've
great
said it at
question.
some point.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
you
sure
definitely
said it.
have. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
A lot.
Yeah.
My lady.
Yeah.
Said Lady
My
Darjeeling
lady.
many
Just write
times.
Lady
lady
Darjeeling.
question mark.
I also think you introduced yourself to Lady Ophelia. So,
Maybe. It's
yeah.
fine. I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. So anyhow, we're just gonna say it happened.
Sure.
Anywho, and she quickly scribbles it down, and it's been so quiet that like everyone hears this exchange happen and the scribbling. And Lady Ophelia kind of, places her hands on the table, and she raises an eyebrow and she says, "How much?" And Father Manassas gestures over to Trick, and he says, I leave that to the Ghost Hunter. What is your rate?"
This is my nightmare, actually.
asking Eric to price himself at an hourly wage.
Yeah.
You're asking an artist, not even just Eric.
Yeah, any freelancer, period, actually.
Yeah,
well, how much,
this is
how
a
much
nightmare.
willing to pay?
Like, well, what's the budget of the project?
Exactly.
Do
I
it,
was
do it,
actually
do it. I
gonna
dare you
say,
to do it.
I was actually gonna have Trick say, okay, well, what's the budget we're talking about here?
I think the correct answer is, darling, if you have to ask, you can't afford me.
Yes.
Wait, they called him here.
And
They
then they're
hired
like,
him,
oh,
and
okay,
they
and
didn't.
send him out.
They didn't negotiate price with him yet. They just...
Look, times are fucking desperate, and I was already coming here for different things.
That's what you're saying?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't say
Okay.
that second part. But I literally, I say I'm like, I think Trick says, I'm willing to discuss payments on top of. I need some information.
You see kind of like one of Lady Ophelia's like vampire ears kind of like twitch a little bit, and she clacks the table with her manicured finger, and she says, "What kind of information?"
Trick sort of looks around at the strangers around him and just goes, I don't know how much detail I want to get into here, but I'd like information on how I can track down a specific undead spirit.
Oh, Lady Ophelia nods. I see. Yes, we can help you with that. Now, on top of that, and she kind of like taps and she leans down and she quickly like whispers with Poppy, and she says, I believe within the Orpheum endowment, we would be willing to part for, let's say, 500 gold for the job.
I would say, let's make it 505.
Sorry, 505 gold pieces?
Yeah.
It's for 1,000.
Well, no, so you see, I need you to send, I don't want the gold myself. I'll give you an address, you send it to that address. And the 5 gold will pay for the shipping.
Lady Ophelia shakes her head and she says, very interesting. A blood hunter who doesn't take the gold for the job.
I don't need the gold.
She raps on the table, accepted. 505 to be sent to the address of your choosing. Now,
Yep.
stipulations.
Shrewd
You
negotiator.
want to stay with Ori of the Raven God, since you are acquainted. And you will, and she kind of thinks for a moment, and she says, you will act in the best interests of Orpheum Hollow until the contract has completed.
And what if I have to do things that I deem aren't in the best interest?
I suppose that's why Ori and Greyon will be with you.
Okay. We'll keep it all above board.
You see Frederick Buchanan lean forward, and he says, how do we know, or what was his accent? It was like a southern accent. How do we know this isn't going to come out of the taxpayer's pocket? Okay, we drop money month after month, and all it does is sink into this hole. And you see Lady Ophelia sigh, and she says, I've already said the money is coming out of the endowment that my family has placed within the town budget. Ergo, we will pay for it, and therefore the taxpayer will not be impacted. You see Gordo the Pumpkin King kind of like lean back and put his laced fingers above his huge stomach, and he kind of says, what are you complaining about anyway, Freddy? That money that you pay into the town has caused the biggest boom we've seen this year, okay? And Frederick kind of like turns to him and like scratches his stubble and slams his hand down on the table, and he says, all these tourists have already caused us to dig into our winter rations. So our harvest has only given us a certain amount of surplus. If we continue feeding them in this way, if we continue yielding, if Lady Ophelia does not give Clan Buchanan more land to farm, we will run out of food. People will starve in the winter. And I lost the accent, but I just needed to say that shit.
Yeah.
And Lady Ophelia kind of like purses her lips and she says, I've told you once and I've told you twice. Every time that you have brought this up, Frederick, we cannot vote on partitioning land without all members of the town council. A proxy cannot do so. The Mother Superior must wake and must attend the meeting in order for us to be able to partition the land for more farming. That is written in our charter, and we must follow it to a T. You know this, I know this, Buck knows this. And until you are the Buck, I suggest that you leave your decisions to your father. And you see Fred kind of like grabs his hat, stuffs it on his head, and then just leaves the council chambers and leaves his father behind. And you see Buck kind of like looks after him and he says, "Get me some cotton candy." Well, I hope he gets me some cotton candy. And then Gordo's like, "Yeah, the cotton candy's pretty good, right? I called that person in personal favor, you know."
Gordo Pumpkin King, the man that you are.
And so all this is kind of like squabbling in front of the two of you, and you can see Lady Ophelia, who's normally has like a very cool exterior, has kind of decided to is kind of taking a deep breath and exhaling and just kind of saying, I think now would be a good time for a recess. Let's take 10 minutes and then return back. I have more to discuss with you. Poppy kind of gets up, chairs scoot, they start, like scooping, the scraping of feet, so on and so forth. The meeting has entered into a recess. The doors open. Y'all are free to kind of like move around and things of that nature, but like Trick, you are now officially contracted. And the Lady Ophelia is just kind of sitting there. You see her that she kind of like whispers to Poppy, and Poppy leaves, and she's just kind of like tapping the table at the moment, lost in thought. Father Manassas returns to Lux and Ori and begins praying once more over your wounds. Very diligent. Gordo kind of gets up, hefts his weight, kind of like brings up his belt a little bit, walks past Lady Ophelia, kind of like grinning at all of you. Riveting stuff, huh? Super fun, these meetings. And he kind of like winks at y'all and then kind of steps out of the chambers. Just as Poppy returns back with a wine glass and a bottle of wine that she unstoppers and kind of like begins to fill the glass for Lady Ophelia, who takes just kind of like a very quick sip. And I'll say Buck is still at the table. Father Manassas is healing. Gordo's left. Lily's still in her chair. Lady Ophelia is sitting. And I'll say Poppy kind of like leaves the room as well in order to just kind of like deal with some matters or things of that nature. But if y'all want to find a specific council member to speak with them, please let me know who, and we'll set that up. Otherwise, I leave this time open for y'all to discuss amongst yourselves and get to know each other. Yes.
Want to talk to Trick Lippis, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Or
Everyone wants to talk to me
And
today.
also Ori, yeah. So I guess like contextually, like Kat knows that we have like hired on people to deal with a problem, but not necessarily the details of the problem.
Yeah.
And also she saw into Trick's mind, as we mentioned from episode 1, where bad things were in there and we didn't like it. So I don't know. I don't think I thought through what I was gonna ask Trick, but I think I'll like turn to Trick and be like, Oh, I don't think I realized what your role in all of this is going to be. What's your um? Everyone keeps calling you by different names, and I don't think I know you. Who are you exactly? Why are you right for this job that is apparently hard to fund?
When you well, first things, my name's Trick.
Gathered that one.
Second, when you kill people that people like, you're labeled a murderer and a serial killer. When you kill people that people don't like, you're the Echo of the West. I don't truly care. All I care about is knowing whose insides I have to make their outsides.
Art.
Close.
Art?
Well,
Bars?
fair enough. Okay, all right. And I think that Cat just kind of disengages, and just like
Okay, good talking to
turns
you.
away from Trick, and is just like, that guy was a little weird.
This guy's talking about turning people inside out, and you're like, that guy was odd.
Yep.
Weird vibes from that one.
Well, weird vibes for this guy, and I work with a lot of researchers. I've met a lot of weird people, but usually,
Academics.
yeah.
I think Darjeeling would actually. Is this like an audible exchange that everyone can hear?
I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
yeah, unless they're making a point to be quiet, everyone.
I just think Darjeeling would start laughing. Like as soon as like Cat disengages, I think she would start laughing. It's so fucking awesome. Just like, wow, okay, cool, bye.
Yep.
Who's next?
My lady,
Yes, Smidge.
I think. I mean, they're throwing around a lot of money. I don't really know materially how much 500 of anything is, but I mean, it sounds like quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Do you think we get in on it?
I mean, I'd say so, but I don't know that you and I are necessarily. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that we can do exactly what they're looking for. It seems like. But it seems like they have a bunch of different issues, and she kind of glances at Lily. Did you have something in mind, Smidge? And she kind of like opens the floor. She like is expecting you to have something to say.
I simply thought that this perhaps would be a good opportunity for you to prove yourself, our value to these yokels, and perhaps
Oh my god.
perhaps place a seat at their council for yourself. Supplant the other one who's there.
Hmm.
And I squint my eyes and side-eye Lily.
Hmm. And how would you suppose we do that, Smidge?
We assist the gecko of the fest.
Yeah.
Whatever his name was.
Uh-huh.
We help him in
I am a
killing.
kobold, not a gecko.
No, not you. Thank you though. No, we assist him in his job.
Yeah, are we whispering now?
I'm like trying to
Okay.
whisper a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I
Not-
thought.
probably not super well, but like, yeah.
Well,
I think Trick has fallen asleep while standing.
you are you were seated near where
I mean, you're by the door.
not anymore.
Oh.
Uh,
I've been moved now because the minnow dilf wanted to pray for two of us. So
Oh, that's right. Oh, so you're like pretty close.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
at the chair right next to you, which is the only reason I commented.
I see. Okay, who's still in this room? What
We've
council
got-
people are still in this room?
So,
We've
lady,
got the jingler here with us.
Midge.
Lady Ophelia Buck, Father Manassas, and Lily.
I just feel like it's gonna be a problem if I go talk to her.
I lay all decisions to you, my lady. I simply seek to offer counsel.
Oh, that's good of you, Smidge. Thank you.
Yes, of
Um, I think hmm. I think Darjeeling might go talk to Lady Ophelia. I think she might get up and you know, do a little kick flip on her spear, as it were, to have
Yeah.
it snapped back into place on her back, and then go to Lady Ophelia and be like, you know, my lady, I can't help obviously but be concerned for thoughts that you had mentioned of um you know, this clause that you have, these issues you're having where votes cannot occur without every member of the council present. I had heard some things, you know, as one does, concern for family. What has happened exactly to the Mother Superior of the Coven? And she's only talking to Ophelia. I am pointedly turned at an angle where my back is to Lily. I do not want to engage Lily in this conversation. She can hear me, but I'm like only talking to Ophelia.
I think with that, um, as you're speaking, Lady Ophelia is kind of like taking a drink from her wine glass, and there's a huff. Lily leaves the room, and Lady Ophelia's eyes kind of like follow past her before they like connect back with you. Um, and she wipes, dabs her mouth a little bit, and she says, "The Mother Superior has been asleep. I use the word comatose because it's the modern term, but it's some kind of strong enchantment. It has been thus for many years now, which is why Frederick is so up in arms about the lack of growth within our farming community. We've done what we could according to the charter. Unfortunately, with the Mother Superior enchanted and our votes essentially cut down to 4 instead of 5, we often find ourselves in a stalemate of whether or not to give more land. Normally, the proxy can vote, and oftentimes just chooses to abstain since the Mother Superior cannot vote herself. However, the Charter of Orpheum Hollow is very specific about the land that was given to my family at the very beginning. This is land that my family won for their service during the Fomorian War, and so it is more complicated than simply drawing a new spot on the territory and saying this is new farmland. I wish it were different, but this is how it's written. We are bound by this charter. This is how my great-great-grandfather, St. Basil, wrote it out to be. This is how the Buchanans signed it to be. This is how the original founders wrote it to be. And we cannot change the charter unless we come to a full vote as the council and there is an election done by the certified townsfolk of Orpheum Hollow. I'm afraid it's all very dull and bureaucratic, but there's a reason for it.
I can see that, and of course, my lady, I'm sure you've thought it all through. I guess so. You're saying that that the proxy in this situation just chooses not to vote?
In most matters, depending on what we are voting about, the proxy will abstain. Because oftentimes, it's very trivial things that the Mother Superior wouldn't have mattered about anyhow. However, oftentimes we will delay the vote so that the proxy can have time to speak with the coven, come to a unanimous decision, and then vote for the said coven, since the Mother Superior cannot for herself. On matters of land distribution, it must be for sworn members of the council only, not proxies.
I see. And I don't suppose... I mean, I feel as though it would be beneficial for all parties involved if a vote could occur regardless. It can't be beneficial for it to just be hung for years at a time. Would the party...
Yes, I agree with you.
So there's no room at all for, an addendum, an amendment to this clause?
We would need, I suppose, some kind of special session, and we'd have to, invoke some old dusty law about allowing proxies to be able to vote in such a case. It wouldn't be done quickly, is the problem. There's a reason why we take these things so seriously. There's a reason why, and she gestures over to Buck, who's kind of like currently asleep in his chair, drooling onto the table. There's a reason why Buck, because he is still alive in some way or manner, is still here and has to vote, because he is living and forsworn as a council member. If he were to perish, then his son Frederick would be happy to take that vote. However, it is difficult to navigate these bylaws, the personalities, the rights of the church, the wishes of the merchants. That's why she kind of pauses and she says, Gordon represents the merchants of Orpheum Hollow. Father Manassas represents the church. I represent the Orpheum. The Mother Superior would essentially represent the coven, and the Buck represents the farmers.
Buck a title?
Yes, the Buck is a title, but like
That's so awesome.
So his name is Earl, and then like quotation marks, the Buck or Buck Buchanan.
Wow, that's so good.
The buck stops here.
Very good. Very good, very
I'm
good.
very funny.
I think that Darjeeling would kind of, take this information in, and she'd be like, I think she'd lean in a little, and I think she'd say in a low whisper, I think she'd be like, my lady, you've lived a long time. I know that these things take time, that these processes could take years. It would be lengthy and, like you said, a very boring, trivial process. But if anyone has the time, is it not you? And if it means securing what is best for your family and for the Orpheum, and she kind of trails off and leaves it hanging in the air.
What are you trying to do right now, Morgan?
I'm basically just being like, lady, do what you gotta do. Also,
No.
fuck this proxy.
Right.
Make a decision, make choices.
More the second thing than the first thing, maybe.
Probably a little, but I don't know. She sees they're trying to make it as fair as possible and as balanced as possible, and that's not really Darjeeling's thing.
Sure.
So she's like, hey, you have an opportunity. Why not do what's best for you? Why not cut out, this proxy bullshit and make the choices you want to make?
Just be a dictator.
Who's to say?
You see Lady Ophelia kind of quirks, her smile kind of quirks up, and she, you can see she kind of you're very close to her right now, and her sunglasses are somewhat down, so your eyes are meeting her eyes, and she kind of almost near imperceptibly, her eyes flick down to your lips and then come back up, and she pushes her chair back just slightly to give yourself a little bit of space and clears her throat, and she says, you're not wrong, Darjeeling. I have the time. I have most time than everyone at this table. I've seen Buck as a young man, and now he stands before me on maybe his last legs. He's really been alive for a long time. I'm kind of getting worried. However, and you see that she's shuffling kind of like some pieces of paper on the table, and she kind of like shifts one underneath the other and kind of plays with it a little bit, and she says, I have plans, Darjeeling. However, it's been many years since I've had to measure my plans in terms of days, weeks, or months. I plan for the long game because I'm not going anywhere. My line stops with me. The Orpheum is mine until I die. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon. Now, I get what you're saying, and I applaud you for your ambition. I really do. It's always very refreshing to see a young woman willing to go the extra mile to find power in this world. It's something that my fathers and their fathers' fathers balked at when I chose to become immortal. I did not want to simply be something that would eventually pass on. A footnote in my family's history. I am the period. I am where it stands. Now, and you see she kind of like shifts the paper, and I'm gonna ask you to make me like a perception check.
God damn it. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude, 21.
Okay, yeah. So you can see, let me. You can see she's been shuffling the papers as she's doing this, right? And you see on one of the papers that she is shuffling, it is a contract, and you can see it's kind of like it's a huge page of legalese essentially, but kind of like in the spaces where you would fill in your name, you see Lady Ophelia Orpheum, letters, and you see another name, and it says the Sangrian Bank. And you, coming from outside Orpheum Hollow, would know that the Sangrian Bank, the Sangrian Bank, is one of the like. There are how do I say this? There is the equivalent of like Wells Fargo and Bank of America banks on this continent, of like very trusted, very used by a huge chunk of the population. And there is a newer bank that has been coming up that does not deal in gold only, if that makes sense, in coin. And it is called the Sangrian Bank, and it is run by vampires. This bank will give you a loan of money if you are willing to give blood. And that is
It's a good name for that salt.
Thank you.
It's a great
Yep,
name for
yep.
it. When you said Sangrian, I was like, hell
Yep,
yeah, that's
yep.
blood.
I think all of us are like blood vampire. Get it? Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Some kind of fucking pyramid scheme.
there's no outpost for the Sangrian bank out here in like the boonies and things of that nature, but they definitely have like centers within most major cities on the continent. And I'll say that so like if you are making a deal with the Sangrian Bank, it is because you know people on the inside, or you're willing to give up a lot in general. Now, whether or not the Sangrian Bank has anything to do with Lady Ophelia's vampirism, you do not know. But you can tell that she has something lined up for the future. Whether or not that has to do anything to do with what's happening in this campaign specifically, She has something lined up, and you can probably, I'll say with the 21 with perception, because insight is also wisdom. I will say that you can kind of get the idea that this contract that Lady Ophelia wants to sign is probably the next thing that she wants to speak with the council about.
Okay, so she's making moves.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because it's like yeah, I think go ahead and roll me an insight, because I do believe you when you say that you're a criminal mastermind and so on and so forth, and so you could probably put these things, deduce things together in certain ways.
Oh, I see you've said that and I'm scared. 10.
It's I mean, you're able to kind of like somewhat break it down. It may be this, it may not be this. Again, you're just kind of going off of deductions and assumptions. The Sangrian Bank can give money. Money can buy food. If they are running low on food that is being farmed because of the lack of farmland, then something else can be like, you know, contracted out or like bought specifically to get people through the winter. Now, what the terms of that may be, we don't know. But you can kind of put two and two together and be like, Lady Ophelia knows that Orpheum Hollow is kind of sort of beginning to enter into a tough spot because they are growing and their tourist seasons are growing larger. And they have to feed these people and they have to provide food to the businesses and like make sure that like, you know, the local economy is continuing to flow. But resources are somewhat finite when you are a farming community at its base trying to break into kind of like the tourism game. So it, you know, changes have to be made. And this situation with the Mother Superior is unfortunate, but that doesn't mean that there is no options
Right.
moving
That makes
forward.
sense.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And I think that kind of Darjeeling would see this and realize, sorry, the chat, realize that that like moves are being made and things are like that there's thought happening, and so I think she would like lean in a little more, and I think maybe she'd put her hand also on top of the papers, like really lightly touch her fingertips to the paper. And I think she'd look at Lady Ophelia and be like, I definitely understand what you mean. I appreciate the effort that it takes, and I just want you to know that I myself don't think that there's necessarily any council issues that would be too small. So if you were seeking any help or assistance, my lady, I'm very willing to serve if you tell me what you need. Should an empty chair ever open, you need only tell me what you need.
You see, again, as you put your hand on the papers and one of her eyebrows raises, but she kind of like looks down at the papers and looks back at you, and she says, it's a very kind offer. Though I
was gonna say, I've been told I'm kind. No one has ever said that to her in her entire life.
I
Smidge. Thank you, Smidge.
It's a very kind offer. Though you have been somewhat of a fresh air, Darjeeling. Though I'm not sure if I have the utmost confidence that your ambitions are willing to stay within the boundaries of Orpheum Hollow. You say you have returned. You're welcome back. But I unfortunately don't have any guarantees that you'll stay. Or what you may have brought with you.
I think she would like kind of smile and be like, I think she'd kind of stand like she's getting ready to exit this conversation, and I think she'd be like, perhaps all I needed was the reason to stay. And then give a little, and then I think she'd turn.
Yeah. You just hear a very soft, perhaps. I think at this point, I will say, I think at this point in time, Ori and Lux, one of you make me a both of you, sorry, both of you make me a Constitution saving throw, or just like a Constitution roll. But yeah,
Which one is it?
just a Constitution roll, not a saving throw.
So just add your con mod.
Yeah. Ori, you are cured of rat lycanthropy. There is kind of like this quick, deep, like exhale, and Father Manassas just kind of like leans back for a moment. His other hand is still hovering over Lux's wound, and he says, "Ori, the curse has been removed. I'm afraid. Thankfully, your own spirit was able to fight it off enough so to where I could do it in a shorter amount of time." And he says, "Lux, I will continue. But when we reconvene the meeting, I will have to take a pause. But hopefully, Raven Queen willing, we will be able to expunge the curse from your being."
Should I continue praying? Obviously, I have no spells or anything.
Yeah, no.
Do
I
it,
think
but-
Father Manassas just nods and says, "All prayers would be helpful."
So I shall.
And I'm trying to think. Yes. So I think Father Manassas is kind of like beginning to break away. He seems somewhat exhausted, but he has healed Ori of the lycanthropy. Lux, you still have like a little bit more time. He goes back to sit down. And you see Gordo kind of like comes up to him and finally kind of like leans against the table and kind of begins muttering to him. And you see that Father Manassas is just kind of like shaking his head slightly. You know that the recess is about to end. You still got like about 5, maybe 4 more minutes before it breaks. What is everyone doing now? I want to ask of those who have not yet done anything yet. So Lux, Trick, Catalina, y'all, what are y'all doing?
Oh, you mean my 30-second awkward conversation with Trick doesn't count?
Trick is just standing there like, was that? Should I not have said that? Was that awkward?
I will say,
was that weird?
I'll go ahead. I'll take this opportunity, Catalina.
Yes.
This flower is gone,
Right.
and it was part of a bouquet that you know was going for Lady Ophelia. So now that Lady Darjeeling has left her presence, there is a small little opening where Lady Ophelia is by herself, in case you would like to approach her.
I feel like if I tell Lady Ophelia that I took a flower meant for her, it'll result in a very interesting conversation. The bouquet isn't in this room, is it?
It is not.
Okay. I have an idea. I'll walk over to Lady Ophelia. How much of that conversation between her and Lady Darjeeling did I hear?
Roll me a perception check. So help me if this is a
What is
natural
happening
20.
in chat?
Really
Sorry.
quickly, Dustin said Smidge X Lady Ophelia is my OTP, and Eric said she couldn't handle me, TBH.
That was so good.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I had to mute my mic.
That's crazy.
15 on the perception.
I mean, I think you definitely caught a lot of what Darjeeling was like trying to put down of like, I'm, I can see how frustrating legalese and like bureaucracy can be. If you need another vote, there could be another vote, right? So you kind of catch all that and are able to digest it as well. You don't know Darjeeling, right? She was from before your time. So it really just kind of seems like a stranger kind of like stepping in and attempting to insert themselves into the town council and the politics of the town. So that's what I'll say.
Do you go to Lady Ophelia?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that we would. I think we'd cross paths. I think it would be like she starts to walk away and you walk away, and I straight up think that she would like look you up and down and like smirk at you as you pass.
In like a in what way?
I don't know. In like a
Roll an
roll for
insight.
insight.
yeah. I'll do it.
roll an insight
Yeah,
check.
roll an insight check. A 9.
Oof, nope. I don't know.
No,
You tell
hold
me,
on.
Sol.
Now Darjeeling,
weird,
roll a
haha.
deception.
Oh,
No,
God.
well, I mean, like,
Deception?
well, what?
It's
Darjeeling.
not
No,
deception.
no. This is what we're gonna do. Darjeeling,
Alright,
what are
right.
you trying to convey with your up and down? Because you made it a very purposeful move. So what are you trying
Not to
to
put
convey?
you on the spot, Morgan.
No, it's fine. I just think that like I think that
Tell us what you were trying to convey, and I will
And then-
convey to the Nat 9 insight roll what you are conveying.
okay. Yeah, I think that so like the Darjeeling's whole thing, right, is like charisma. So
Yeah.
I think that like the whole exchange with her and Ophelia is very like, you know, two women who know how to kind of do what they want to do,
Sure.
having a little exchange. It isn't necessarily intent of anything. It's just playing the game. That's like her whole thing, is turning it on and playing the game.
Yeah.
I think that walking past Kat, I think that Kat's like in her little skirt and her little outfit, and I think that it's just like a very different vibe. I think that Kat's just like cuter and softer, and I think she's just like
adorable.
I think she's like, okay, like it's like
Like you're
the-
next, all right?
yeah, it's like the floor is yours, but in like a cute, flirty kind of way. But so yes, tell us what a 9 means on that.
Masha, what Catalina gets from this up and down, Darjeeling, she's super into you. She's like, this is like the equivalent of like bedroom eyes.
No.
Darjeeling is a lady of subtlety and a master of charisma, and Kat's like, she wants me so fucking bad.
I am no better than a man. A girl looks at me. Woo! Very cool. All right. Well, I think Catalina's like, and then she walks up to Lady Ophelia.
Mhm.
And was it Poppy
Yes.
that had the bouquet in the first place? Okay.
Mhm.
I think she walks up and says, "Oh, Lady Ophelia, you are popular today. This is a much lighter conversation than what you just had. That bouquet of flowers that you received earlier, was that from Buck?"
Oh, that gaudy thing. Yes. You know, I don't know, actually, darling. I just kind of threw it in the fire.
Oh.
I'm not one for admirers, really.
I mean, that I knew, but they were still nice flowers. Anyway.
They would have wilted, you know. Then you have to pick up the petals or water them. Ugh, it's too much work. I guess I could have asked rhododendron to keep them up, but they have things to do.
Totally. Do you remember if there was a lily in that bouquet?
There were a handful, I suppose. I only glanced at it for a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Why?
I'm sorry I seem so
Yeah.
suspicious. I think that that interaction with, you know, the big people-sized rats was
Oh, yes.
not something that I, in my years of academia, I'm used to. It's just all a bit weird and... Anyway.
Absolutely. I do appreciate you volunteering your talents to deal with that whole debacle.
Oh, I was in the middle of it all, and had I done nothing, I would have gotten bit, and our healers would have more work to do, so...
Oh,
I would rather not.
You acted splendidly. perfectly in line with what I expect of a faculty member of this institution.
I think that Catalina like grabs her little skirt and does like a tiny little curtsy, and it's just like, anytime, Lady Ophelia.
She says, "Now I will say, you will be privy to this, since it does have to do with the Orpheum. It has a little bit to do with the contract that I have in works right now with the Sangrian Bank. I believe some of your family members also bank with them, right? House Ruth? Probably,
Actually-
probably extended family.
Got it. Yes. Oh, yes, they do.
Okay. Yes. But you will be made privy of it. However, I do believe I'm going to have to ask. I'm still not sure. Are you all together? Have you talked to them at all?
Me and my
The-
family?
No, these, you know, guests.
The miscreants.
And you turn around and you see
The mage is
Smidge,
waving.
his feet kicking up in the chair.
Trick goes, sorry.
Which is my favorite. I haven't talked to many of them. I know that the cat one is obsessed with his mom, and there's the one.
Calls it
Yeah,
like
that's
she sees
me.
it.
That's me.
And I think I actually, I think I know Mallory, but I haven't talked to him in a while. And then there's the one that has a really dark, so dark energy, very dark energy. Don't, lady, I don't like him very much,
Trick
but
looks
I
at Lux
understand that
and is
he's
like-
necessary. I'm trying to be quiet, by the way.
Trick looks at Lux.
Like, I didn't think Lex has a dark energy.
Yeah,
What's
and then
going
I
on?
look at Lux and I'm like, I think that one is part of the circus and might not want to be here as a big part of all of this. I'd
Yes,
love
I
to
was
see them
confused about that.
perform.
No, you should. Have you ever seen the Circus Celestal?
No, is
No.
it good?
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful. Truly an experience. I saw it once when I was a girl, but at the time, and she kind of gestures over to Lux, this one and their twin were not performing. They were not, well, I suppose they weren't born yet. However, since their infancy, you know, they have been one of the mainstays of the performance for the Circus Celestal. The sun and the moon, the celestial dance.
Ooh. Oh. Well, with everything else going on, is there gonna be time to watch them all perform?
I hope so. I hope you don't mind. I did tell Wokan and Rhododendron about, you know, your fears. I believe they should be down below, attempting to, you know, find any intruders. I didn't mean to dismiss your thoughts earlier. It's just simply, though some of the wards were dropped down, it was difficult for me to ascertain that even Saint Basil himself wasn't able to see anything. Though it's not impossible. Us academics must live in the world of impossibility, of course.
That was Masha, not.
Yeah, no, I got you. And so I think she pauses for a moment and she just says, but I do take your words seriously, darling. I'm very thankful that you're here, and that you're a part of our faculty. You know, it is a nice pin on our lapel as the Orpheum to have one of the prime students of Elminster University studying and doing work here.
Well, I'm super happy to be here, and there was less strange stuff at Elminster University.
Oh yes, they keep things very, you know, cut and dry within an academic setting.
it's definitely less boring here.
I should hope so.
Well, I don't want to take up the rest of our 10-minute break here. I'm gonna go sit down. Maybe I'll go bother Lux.
Yes, would you mind escorting everyone else out of the chamber? I'd rather speak on business with the rest of the council members without interruptions, we'll say.
Oh. Okay. Just, all 6 of us, gone?
Yes, outside the room, please.
Outside? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
I don't want to be in charge. Yeah, well, Cat will turn around and,
She's kind of unfortunately placed you in charge of these strangers. But yeah.
I think that Cat is, like, noticeably a little nervous, but she's just like, well,
was that still whispered, actually?
That conversation?
Yeah, the last part of that
out
conversation.
loud.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay, then Ori's already moving toward the door.
Okay, cool.
Ori
Yeah.
will make it easy on you.
Great. Okay, it sounds, everybody, like it's time for us to, leave the room so that the, people, actually in the council can talk about their council stuff, and I'm sure Poppy will come back and take lots of notes and all of that, so, everyone that's not important, we should go.
Very not good way of putting that.
Yeah,
Catalina.
presumptuous slightly.
Important.
I'm the
important in
only
a
one who
different
was
way.
invited here.
All right.
I work here, dude. I think Cat
Are
like.
you no? Oh,
leaves.
I'm sorry. I
Cat-
don't understand. Are you normally in these meetings?
Here, dude.
Dude,
So
she's
good.
trying. She's trying it out. She's an academic.
I think Darjeeling like laughs and then walks out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear to make sure everyone else leaves, but like, hate this. Cat hates this.
They said that important people should stay. Where
Oh,
are we going?
I'm
Oh,
God. I love Smidge. It's my son.
Look at my son.
Pride, not the word I'm looking for.
I don't know
my
if
God.
pride is the word I'm looking for when I think of him. Like, I love Smidge so much. He is a wet cat.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
That's the vibe for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I think I don't think she replies to Smidge. If Smidge says that, I think they just walk
Yeah,
out.
I follow you out. Yeah, it's
Okay,
chill.
yeah.
As the two of you walk out, Lily shoulder checks Smidge because he's the only one who's like at her height.
With her knee.
No, she's
Oh,
a
she's a
halfling.
halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot.
Does
Um,
Smidge
my
say
God.
anything? Do I see this? Because I'm in front of Smidge, right?
Yeah, you're in front of Smidge. So, but like she shoulder checks him slightly and just without glancing back, walks into the chambers.
Can I shoulder check her back?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I? Yeah.
Let's
what
do
would that
a-
be?
Let's do a contested strength check.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So yeah, you roll. You just a strength roll from you. And
Can it be athletics? Is it allowed to be athletics?
Eric.
it's higher than your straight strength, right?
Huh? Yeah. It,
Yeah.
I have
then yes,
I have a
yes,
plus
it
3
can
in
be
athletics.
It can be athletics.
All right. Sick. 15.
Okay. Let me roll.
This is just to see who gets made the bitch in this athletics in this shoulder check.
Rip. Damn. This was a very important roll, so that's why I rolled it on roll.
Yeah.
roll
Right.
20.
Yeah,
just
you
so
guys
know.
needed to see.
Yeah.
make sure we were all on the up and up.
Yeah, for sure,
I'll be honest. I'm surprised Smidge didn't use the excuse to pickpocket her.
Oh, sure.
Mm.
Oh, fuck, you're way smarter than me. Shit.
I think she.
I got lost in
I
the
get-
social aspect of it. I forgot to be.
Smidge, I think she goes in to shoulder check you, and you are surprisingly much more sturdier than she had imagined.
I grew
My
up on the
boy.
street.
That's my
Yeah.
boy.
And she kind of like bounces back, and you hear her go or what is it? No, wait, what? Why am I doing the wrong noise?
I can't even hear what noise you're making.
I can't. The noise is not coming in on the
Scream
mic.
will. But
No,
No,
it's okay.
well.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's essentially like the TSK sound again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Chisk.
yeah. There we go. And kind of like walk into the chamber. Gordo kind of like clocks this, and he kind of chuckles to himself and winks at Smidge. Before
I think I just peer back at him.
And Gordo's the last one in the chamber. Gordo's the last one in the chamber, and you see he kind of like reaches out and grabs the two doors, and grinning to all of you, he says, "See you in a minute," and he goes and closes the door.
Very unsettling that Gordo,
Yeah,
Gordon, the
this is about-
Pumpkin King.
This is about to be a
One
murder
of
mystery,
those-
isn't it?
Yeah,
I
one
would
of
be
the
frank.
people in that room is secretly one of the bad guys.
Is
Yeah.
Slenderman for sure.
It's not a secret. It's Gordo.
The
Well, I don't
lights
even-
are gonna go out here in a second, and then
Well,
somebody's
that's
gonna
so. This
scream.
is where my mind's at. Is it presumptuous to assume that the vampire is evil, or is that Saul's double bluff,
Double
where
bluff.
actually the vampire is evil, and we're not going to assume it because vampires are stereotypically evil?
I think Smidge is just going to speak aloud after Gordo closes the door. He says, "I will be frank." He says it aloud, like to anyone, everyone can hear it. But he just says, "I will be frank, my lady. I do not trust the gourd monger."
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and go on our 15-minute break. Excellent. Thank you everyone for sticking with us. We really appreciate your views and your attention and coming along with us on the story. And thank you for all those who have donated in this session. Crazy that we are at $911 right now. We will be back in about 15 minutes to do a quick snack check bit and see where else the story takes us. So with that, go get some snacks, drink some water, stretch your legs, and we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Listen, y'all, I just watched an animated Batman movie, not Batman movie, for the first time. It was not my first animated Batman movie, but I watched this one for the first time the other day. Catwoman Hunted.
No.
I don't know if you've seen that one,
Yeah.
but
The one where she's on like a stripper pole. No.
no,
Okay.
no, but it
This
is
is
the
the-
one where she seduces the lesbian Batwoman.
I see that, and lesbian Batwoman.
Oh,
Yeah, she's great.
what have I just returned to?
Don't even
Lesbian
worry
Batwoman.
about it.
But
Huh?
that's canon. That's real.
Batwoman.
She's Batwoman
Yeah.
is in fact a lesbian.
And
Yeah.
welcome back, everyone.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
No,
we are fine.
they've been hearing about Catwoman seducing Batwoman.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Check it out. Look it up. Look it up. Kate Kane. She's great. She kicks butt. Lesbian icon.
Hell yeah. Cool.
He said Batwoman mentioned, and I arrived.
Thank you, Be
Yeah.
very cool.
Welcome back, everyone. Very quickly before we jump back into the story, just to kind of like ease ourselves back into it, we're gonna do our snack check. At the moment, I have some pumpkin oat cookies that a friend brought by earlier today. They have frosting on them, and it's very good. I like it a lot. So that's me. Does anyone else have a snack check that they'd like to share?
Oh yes, always. I have some tea that I'm not gonna try to bring up to the camera because I'll spill it everywhere and it's very hot. I also have Scandinavian tidings, which are basically the Swedish fish, but not Swedish fish, and they're not good or bad tidings. They're just tidings. TBD, but they're very tasty,
Love that.
and they're in holiday shapes.
Love that.
Nice. I had sea salt caramel ice cream, and now I'm having hot chocolate.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I had some
Oh.
chocolate chip cookies over the break.
I got Tostino's pizza rolls.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I
Hell
wish
yeah.
I was that cool.
Yeah.
I'm in
yeah.
popcorn.
Fuck yeah, I love popcorn.
Nice.
I have Cheez-Its.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno Cheez-Its.
Yum.
I wish
The
they were
hot-
a little bit cheesier, but they're pretty good.
The hot sauce Cheez-Its are my favorite.
Yeah, I really like those. These are like limited time only, and I hadn't seen them before, so I had to try them.
Makes sense.
Definitely not anywhere near as hot as the hot sauce ones. Though.
Excellent.
I have a weird Franken gummy. They're stuck together, and neither of them are the shape they're supposed to be. So either a toddler got a hold of this bag and bit into each of them and stuck them back together, or
No,
it's definitely not that. So
I did it. I did it.
anyway,
Yeah, Dustin broke into y'all's apartment and
Yeah.
chewed your gummies and put them back in the bag.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
take that.
Another
Take that.
reason we'll be fighting later.
Cool. I'm still chewing. So,
Someone, Raz in the chat, said they're having chicken pot pie and they put cheese on top, Havarti cheese on top of chicken pot pie.
hell yeah.
It's such a smart fucking idea.
Interesting.
I will be stealing that.
Very cool. That's a great idea.
That's true.
Lovely. Cool. So
I'm picturing them sneaking them in with a trench coat. Sorry, I'm
you're
I'm
fine.
still in chat.
Sneaking into Costco.
You don't need to be snuck in unless they also don't have a membership.
I think that's what they were saying. Oh, you're saying both parties don't have a membership.
No, you could just go with someone who has a membership.
It's true.
At least that's how my local Costco does it. I don't know.
Well, I
Sure.
mean, what are they gonna do? Tell you that, like, if you were like, "That's my boyfriend," it's like, what are they gonna tell you? No, they can't do that. Prove
Chicken
it.
pot pies for members only.
Prove it. Prove you're in a relationship. Kiss. Kiss right now.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Hey Morgan, unrelated. You want to go to Costco with me later?
Yes. 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 Yes.
This is my wife. Prove it.
Literally. Me and Eric have been applying for apartments, and I want them to take us more seriously. So I keep saying my fiance. I have been
Nice.
dating Eric for 1 year, but I keep being like, me and my fiance are moving. Please give us a house. They do listen to you more if you say that. So
Hee hee.
lie to your landlords is, I guess, what I'm saying.
Sure.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Welcome
that's
back to Turntables.
Yes, welcome back to Turntables. We will start the music and pick it back up outside of the council chambers. Smitch has just said their ominous words about the innocent, the admirable citizen Gordo the Pumpkin King.
You know, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like you're not being serious.
I have no idea
I
what
just
you're
don't.
talking
I
about.
just don't trust that guy.
I think he's actually the most trustworthy
Nice.
guy I ever
Start
met.
gnawing on the pumpkin again.
So then what are y'all doing now? You've been ushered out of the chambers. At the moment, the mass of the public are not inside the Orpheum. You find yourselves on the second floor mezzanine that has access to a couple of offices. There's several shelves of books, lots of seating areas. There are fireplaces kind of throughout the floor, kind of currently burning very low fires. It's quiet. It's quiet.
I mean, if we're just standing in this hallway, I think Darjeeling might turn to Trick and be
Okay.
like, I know, everybody talks to Trick. Might turn to Trick and be like, so, Echo, right? What is this thing that they hired you to do here in the first place? Because she don't know.
Yeah, well, it's honestly kind of on the down low.
I mean, how on the down low can it be? I sat there while you negotiated your paycheck.
It's pretty on the down low.
People are going missing in the forest.
Obsessed with Ori, just answering for me. Until
Yeah,
turn
no.
to
I mean, there's
Ori.
more complications to it than that, but yeah, sure, that too.
Okay.
I mean,
Does
Darjeeling,
Kat know about the disappearances, by the way?
it wouldn't be like public knowledge. I think
Okay.
Kat probably has heard some rumors. by virtue of being one of the faculty members, but doesn't know like the entirety of the situation or like the specifics of like who's missing, things of that nature. But I mean, both Kat, Darjeeling, and Ori, by virtue of being from Orpheum Hollow, would know that during the Harvest Moon Festival, the spirits who come back to Orpheum Hollow to commune with the living come from the Silent Woods, and lumber workers are constantly telling like tall tales about spirits in the woods and like shadows that move and things of that nature, of like just these kind of like boogeyman stories to kind of scare the kids and be like, don't go into the woods because it's just generally unsafe anyhow. But I mean, it's been a long-standing superstition that the woods have a greater kind of like that there's a greater kind of like rift within the plane, within the woods itself. And like you do know that even though some lumber workers come back, some don't. It is kind of a regular occurrence for people to go missing if they go into the woods, which most people choose not to do. So
Interesting. Word.
Now you did hear them call Trick Ghost Hunter, and you like it is again common knowledge within this world that there are orders of blood hunters. They are few and far in between, and they all have specialties on hunting specific types of monsters, and they're not necessarily very like they're not frowned upon in society, but people tend to kind of skirt around them anyhow. But it is very like it is a very kind of like close-knit organization. Every order of blood hunter is like they take very careful care to make sure that all their members are like accounted for, that they know where they're going, they know what they're doing, because some secrets are just too dangerous to just be left out for the general public, essentially. So yeah, you get the idea that they reached out to Trick because of the fact that he is a blood hunter, but everything that you've seen from combat, they got the drop on him, that's all.
Got it.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So,
I mean, Darjeeling is like her goal right now is just to lay low. So
Yeah.
like she doesn't have anywhere to be. So I think she's kind of just like watching to see what the others do right now.
I would like to walk up to Katerina and just like
Catalina?
Catalina, I'm so sorry.
Like the island.
I did not know there was an island.
Yes, you did. It's fine.
We'll
would
talk
like-
about it later.
It's a
I'd like
California
to-
thing.
Alright. I'd like to walk up to Catalina and just get her attention by tugging on her skirt a little.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you live in this big house?
Do I? I don't think anyone lives.
You can.
I feel like I do. I feel like Catalina does.
Yeah. So then I'll say the residence quarters are in the floor below the ground floor.
No windows. Okay.
Well,
You live in the basement.
Yay.
I never said that. I just said that the living quarters are in the
Fair. Why do you ask?
I was wondering if you had any books on dark forbidden magics.
Oh yeah.
Um,
See.
Well, the Orpheum is a research facility that does house a lot of books in general on all kinds of magics, and some of those magics are not as popular as others. But usually, if you want to do the research, you have to like be a researcher, make like a formal request.
But may I make a formal request for tomes of forbidden dark magics on behalf of my dark mistress? We have come to this podunk town looking for answers.
I think that hearing the word podunk, she might step in, but I think she'd still be like, yeah, are there any books of dark wisdom that you'd like to share with us?
Well, that's not really my area of research, and like I'm kind of not the person to ask to borrow those books. And also, I don't know you. We've never met before today, so I'm not super inclined to like get in trouble. I can put
He doesn't
you in
look
con-
he doesn't look trustworthy to you? And she says it with like mock indignation.
I think that Catalina like grimaces and like pauses and kind of looks at Smidge up and down and goes, "Well, I don't want to be
I make
rude."
my pupils bit real wide.
Oh my goodness. Is it like in Puss in Boots where
Yeah.
he takes his hat and makes his eyes real big?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just like, oh. What was your name again? Friend?
I extend my little paw up to you. And I say, my name is Smidge William Fitzwilliams. I am the servant and retainer of the Lady Darjeeling.
And she just does like a little finger wave.
I think I will like do the clasp hand, like one hand under the paw, one hand over the paw, and kind of be like, oh, softer than I thought. Well,
Why is he wet?
why is he so?
Why is he damp?
Stinky. I thought cats were self-cleaning creatures. Maybe
That's why he's wet.
That's why he's wet. This man is always licking himself.
Whoa.
To get clean! God, you filthy creature.
Whoa.
Don't ask why my hands are wet. They're clean, I promise.
No other reason.
No other
Can we-
reason.
Can we please?
Your camera didn't like that joke very
Just
much.
move closer to it. Ooh. Ooh.
Nope. Nope.
Whatever. I don't care anymore.
Who's speaking? I can't see you.
So,
There we
There
go.
you go.
I think as a researcher and employee of this esteemed institution, it took me a while to get here and to get the access to the materials that I did. I think there's a situation where I can help you get access to some of what you're looking for, but I'd like to know why you're looking for it. And maybe we figure out a way where there's like a safeguard, like if you use the dark magics to curse people or bring back the dead in a way that they come back wrong. That happens a lot when you don't
Or
have
you
a lot of
immediately, like-
experience. Oh,
Like tensing up, like.
I will say, so you would have access to a lot of materials in general that would be considered dark, right? Like it's dark is just kind of like it's perspective. You know, it's just like it's an objective thing that is dependent on like who is
totally.
you know witnessing it and like casting it and like their upbringing and so on and so forth. So it's one of the works of the Orpheum to kind of like try and do away with that idea of like all magics are dark or stuff like that. However, there are magics and there are books and there are relics and there are artifacts that are insanely dangerous that
Yep.
kingdoms and like governments and like convents and covens and like wizard circles and all this kind of stuff come to the Orpheum to hold and lock up because they trust in the safety of it. Those specific things, only Lady Ophelia has the key to access those vaults.
Gotcha.
But you do have access
write
to
that
pretty
down.
much everything else. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I guess I would amend my statement and just be like, not to sound, we're trying to do away with the whole some magics are dark thing. But if there's like a particular book or like kind of magic that you're trying to do, it'll help me understand what it is you're looking for. Like some of my magic used to be considered really dark and still is. But I'm not hurting anybody right now, at least.
Maybe magic related to shadows and anything that's really powerful. Powerful magic. Do you have any books on powerful magic?
Oh, I mean, all magic is powerful if you get adept enough at it or you have
And
enough
we'll
materials.
take them all.
Well, okay, hold on. So you can't just take a book from here and remove it. I mean, you would have to read it
Get
and
a
hold
library
on to it,
card.
or yeah, there's no purchasing or thieving.
No
I think
purchase.
Masha wants to take a step back, I think, and just be like, does Catalina get a sense of like what it is that Smidge is digging for? Like what
I mean,
kind of
Smidge
magic
is
he's looking for?
I think
No.
he's very much just like digging for anything. There's a level of he doesn't really know. It's
Fair.
just like he's asking on behalf of Darjeeling, so he's just kind of like looking for anything.
Yeah.
Right. You show up in a bookshop and you're like, I want a cookbook, and they're like, cool, what cuisine? And you're like, the
Good-
tasty one.
Yeah,
a good
good
one.
food.
One that
Yeah.
tastes good. And you're like, oh, like a region or a kind of spice, and you're like,
Yeah.
yes.
I'll say, Darjeeling, or not Darjeeling, sorry. Catalina, if you want to make like an intelligence check, what do you have any skills in intelligence, like with proficiency? I'm thinking about
I
like history
have-
or arcana.
I do have proficiency in Arcana,
Okay.
not history, but yes, Arcana.
Okay, cool. Then I will say, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, and we'll kind of like loop that into like what. Oh, perfect, fantastic. So with a 24, I mean, as of right now, there are 3 faculty members, including like excluding Lady Ophelia, in the Orpheum right now. So it's yourself, Wokan, and Rhododendron. Now there's also still Larry. There's Sir Winston Humphreys, Sorella Tarsh, and Cornelius Vane. All of these members who are not currently in the Orpheum are on expeditions and or like research trips, whether they're going to like conferences to confer with other people, or they are specifically like searching down these magics. Everyone has their specific school of study, similar to like how your study is about divination magic and things of that nature. Now, when it comes to shadow magic, there's no member of the faculty who's specifically searching that. However, Wokan is specifically an interplanar traveler. And so he has been to different planes of existence and has come across different types of magic. So if there was somebody on the faculty to be able to speak to about like shadow magic specifically, because you know that there is a shadow fell, you know, like you could go to Wokan and ask.
How do you spell Wokon? Because I don't like how I've spelled it.
No, it's okay. WO-KHAN.
Nay.
Got it. I'm calling Rhododendron Rhodey, and she can't stop me, by the way. They
Cool.
can't stop me, excuse me.
That's totally fine.
Okay, Smidge. Smidge Williams, excuse me.
Stage is fine.
Smidge is fine. Okay, Smidge is fine. I don't really operate in the kinds of magics that your lady uses. I'm kind of on like the divination side, looking at the future, and that doesn't really overlap. But my coworker and fellow researcher Wokon does do some interplanar travel, and maybe a conversation with him would be helpful. Right now, he is walking around the stacks with Rhodey, just to make sure that nothing is out of place. But when he gets back, maybe I can introduce you guys, and he might have some books that would be more interesting to you.
What is divination magic?
Divination magic is the kind that I do. It's all blue and stuff, and I think that like I like twitch my fingers and it's blue. Mainly it's about looking at the future, usually with cards. Some people use bones, some people use other stuff. And it's well, I don't want to get too philosophical with it. My research is about that. It's about the future and looking at it and the limitations that exist there.
Could you tell my future?
Oh,
Everything.
is that what you want?
I look up at Darjeeling. Would that be okay?
And she like looks at Smidge and looks at Cat and like shrugs. I was like, yeah, why not?
Insights
Alright.
of the future may help in our plans.
Of course.
Hold on.
This is good. This is good.
This is very good. I'm really fighting my instincts to not make crazy comments every time Kat
Yeah.
finishes a sentence.
While you're getting that deck ready, I'm going to ask, Lux, could you make me a Constitution check?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no. We're like having a conversation, like
Shit.
doing fortune telling.
I
Lex is,
forgot
like,
that
dying.
Lux has been bit by a fucking were-rat. My bad.
Lex has like pneumonia. Is just dealing with it.
Fantasy pneumonia.
Okay, cool. I mean, like there was a couple minutes there before your second like batch of healing from Father Manassas that you were like really pale and like sweating really badly. You've gotten some color back, and even though you don't feel clammy, you're still kind of like you're still kind of breathing kind of deeply and a little raggedy and stuff like that, and you're kind of like holding yourself up via like a railing or a wall, however you like to be. Not that you're like it's difficult for you to walk. It's just like when you stop moving, like there's this like element of fatigue in your muscles that just like causes you to have to like just hold on to something.
Should have gotten that tetanus booster.
I'll say, Ori, I'll say both you and Trick clock this, and I mean like obviously I don't think what Chris, you feel free to tell me like if this is fair and a fair assumption or not, but like upon knowing that both Ori and Lux had been bitten by a were-rat, would Trick like not be paying attention to them, or what?
Yeah, I do think Trick is probably. I think Trick is like always on edge.
Sure.
Except for the past that one brief stint where his knees hurt too bad, and so. But I do think he's sort of like been like at least I think he's been aware of everyone and just being like at any point one of these people could just turn around and try and kill me.
Sure. Yeah. So I think I mean, but both of you kind of clock Lux's kind of like just unsteadiness in general. Again, I would say Ori from you like having experienced it yourself, and then Trick because you're a careful observer. Like you both know that they do look better but they are still someone to kind of like keep an eye on as the day progresses, unless the curse is removed by Father Manassas in its entirety. But for the time being, the curse is still upon them. Yeah. So with that, be thinking about how y'all may want to kind of like approach that in the future, and we'll jump back to Masha and her tarot deck.
Okay. I think that out of her, like, I think that Kat just plops down onto the ground and like whips out a little like cloth and sets it in front of Smidge and invites him to sit across from her. And she shuffles the deck and puts it into piles and has him rearrange them for her, which I imagine is like a little capped pot, just like boop, boop, and it's very cute. Anyway, she draws him 3 cards, past, present, and future, and in-game, I think realistically, Kat has like her own cards and they mean different things, but Masha has not done that at the moment. Oh? Well, I'm not gonna do that this time, but next time I have an idea. And she's pulled 3 cards, past, present, future. Okay, Smidge. So your past is something called the 9 of Swords.
9 swords.
9 of Swords. 9 swords, doesn't mean that you used to have 9 swords, and if you did, that's just a coincidence. It means that in your past, you were struggling with a lot of hardship. But that's in your past now. And in your present, we pulled a card called the Moon. Sorry, this is Masha trying to get this to register on here. And so the Moon means, on like a really basic level, is that right now you associate yourself with like the nighttime, the darkness, and it's also meant to be like seeing what is unseen, thinking about what's in your subconscious. So you're not suffering anymore, you're now looking inward. And then your future, that's my favorite part, is the Star. And what this means, a little bit, is that you're going to come out of the nighttime, where it's dark, and you're going to see more brightly what is happening, what's ahead of you, what you need to do. And it also means that you're healing. You can let go of your past where things hurt, and you will become a little star, Smidge.
That's my boy.
My lady, she said I was going to turn into a star.
No, I don't. I think Darjeeling is actually pretty like, oh fuck, like wow, that's crazy. And I think she's like, no, Smidge, that's yeah, that's Smidge.
Please explain metaphor to Smidge live on
Yeah.
the stream right now.
He's just not gonna.
What great
He's not gonna
arcane
get it, he's
power
not
will
gonna
I
figure it
possess
out.
as a star?
How will I even get up there? I don't.
And do I get to keep? Are these mine now? And I just put my hands on the cards?
Oh no, oh, you don't get to keep
Oh.
these. I'm
Minions!
sorry.
We're going to
alright.
steal the moon. Sorry.
Come on! I wish I had 9 swords.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
just stand up and I think I walk away.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
If Trick may be the one to go up to another one, and
Sure.
I think Trick is going to like slowly walk towards Lux and like awkwardly wave and say, "Hi, hello. Just checking. How are you feeling?"
I'm fantastic. I've been bitten by a were-rat and I feel like I'm going to vomit. How are you?
Honestly, the past, again, I think I said this out loud, but the past 5 years have not been great for me. The past year, as you could probably tell from how I performed in that fight, I've been a little off my game the past year. And so, I'm not doing great, like, emotionally, stably, but I'm oversharing. Anyway, just making sure you're not, like, getting any taste for cheese.
Lactose intolerant.
God.
Okay, well, I mean, that's really unfortunate that if you did turn into a were-rat.
They got lactose
Yeah.
in Avernus.
They do now.
They got milk in Avernus.
You don't wanna fuck with that
Yeah.
hell milk.
Now I'm trying to think of like all the different like the different levels of hell and like their archdukes and stuff like that, and thinking of like, so the tieflings, what are they allergic to because of their of their infernal heritage? Sorry, that was just my that was a tangent in my brain.
B, what a good comment. Anyone, hey, what's up? Trick, finally, a chance to overshare my bad emotional state.
That's sort of the vibe I think you give from Drake. Is Trick has like nothing else going on except wallowing, and so when someone's like, "Hey, Trick, how's it going?" He's just like, "I only focus on the negative things happening right now."
Unfortunately, that's so relatable.
He does have a -1 charisma, so I feel like that's kind of real,
Yes.
actually.
Just doesn't have a lot of people to talk to, so he gets it out when he can.
Yes. Anyway, so I think Trick like sort of looks around and then looks back at Lux's and like looks Lux's outfit up and down, and goes, "So are you just here to get your curse cured, or is there like another reason you're hanging around?"
I mean, I have the curse before I came here. I'm here to perform. I'm part of the Circus Celestal. I'm part of. They sent some of their members here to perform for the Harvest Moon Festival, and so I'm leading that troupe.
Okay, do you do like a dance?
Somewhat. I tumble. I play tambourine and bells, and they kind of flick their tail, and the bells on their tail ring.
Okay. I'll do that too a little bit, and he shimmies a bit, and you hear like the jingling of chains under his cloak.
I think Lux like does not know how to respond to like.
I'm trying I'm realizing I don't talk to people a lot, and I'm trying to get practice.
I mean, you can't get better without practice, so I commend your efforts.
Yeah, cool. Just trying to. Yeah, and also just making sure you're not turning into a rat.
I think I'm all right for right now, but you know, check back in and.
But my point of
20 minutes.
another point of my questioning was sort of wondering, like, you sort of held your own in the fight with the other rats. Are you in the monster hunting kind of business, or?
Not particularly. I am in the business of defending my interests. Sometimes that comes with needing to kick a little ass.
Okay, yeah. Something I can understand. Okay.
Are you in the monster hunting business? You have the vibe.
Yeah, I do kind of have the vibe. Again, sort of like the last year, I sort of committed to ghost hunting, for a reason. Yeah, so I mean, I did general monster hunting as sort of practice for 4 years. Then I sort of, you know, after a bit, you sort of have to choose your major. And so I narrowed down to, you know, so I was like general studies, and then I sort of got down to Ghost Slayer. So specifically, I've tried to study up on killing ghosts the past year to get me here. And then conveniently also, well, I learned about this place from the job offer, and then I sort of was like, oh, good. I can sort of apply my ghost hunting things to this.
And I think Lux is like nodding and kind of.
No, but so at first I was just going to
distance.
start like trying to learn how to summon ghosts, and then I learned there's just ghosts here, just walking around, and so I thought maybe they would be a good place to start. So anyway, I'm also here for the job, and I think the job is going to be killing monsters, or like a man who is a monster. You know, that kind of trope. The real monster is among us.
Do it, Chris.
Among Us mentioned.
Among Us mentioned.
Chris roleplays getting a job is so funny. Oh my god.
No, that's too real to me.
He applied to the job, sent in his resume,
And
his
he showed up and
references.
it wasn't all figured out either.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. This is basically kind of like a new position that we created just for you. So we kind of want you to create like your own roles, but we also want you to just
Stop.
do whatever we ask you to do.
Oh, it hurts. Please.
Okay.
Supposed to be
Anyway,
escape at
time.
I know, seriously.
Okay, so good talking
seeing
to you. I'll
Hags.
okay.
Have a great summer.
Terrible.
Is there anyone not awkward talking in our party?
I'm great at talking to people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm direct.
Um,
I'm honest. Mostly.
A
mostly.
great conversation not that long ago.
I think.
This is supposed to be great at talking. Unfortunately, the Mars gets in the way sometimes.
well, in
It's
fairness,
like how I wanted
real.
Trick to be cool, and then Chris got in the way.
Yeah, Trick is cool. Trick
You
is
are
cool.
all cool.
Fine.
Thank you very much. Goodness gracious.
Trick is cool. He's just not social. There's like you don't have to be. Like there's a
Well,
lot of.
you know.
Yeah.
We bring it out of each other.
Actually, I do have a question. Is there anything that either of you want to like wrap up with, or are y'all okay with me kind of shifting the scene a little bit?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Go ahead.
Dope. So I'm gonna shift to Ori. Ori, you see, Catalina is doing kind of like their tarot reading. Trick and Lux are kind of like talking to one another. What are you doing during this time?
Oh, I know exactly what Ori is doing during this time because I've been thinking about it, and so has he. He is. So, describe the area where we are right now.
So
I kind of.
yeah, absolutely. You can kind of. I'll say. Actually, I have you still on the ground floor. I think. I'll switch you over on Roll20, and then I'll describe it for the audience.
Oh, okay.
So this is the upper floor. You are in outside of the semicircle, kind of like council chamber. There is a small kind of like walkway of the mezzanine. In general, there's on the side of the wall. There are stacks of books, and then there is a railing, and then you can overlook the first floor. This is the same area that Trick was on during combat, except he was more to the left-hand side. But essentially, it's like carpeted floor, railing to keep you from falling over. But you have you can basically see as far as you can, except for like seeing through walls. You can see the dome above you. And you can see down onto the ground floor, and it's like marbled floor underneath as well. And so basically, you're just kind of like, I'll ping it on the map, but y'all are like right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else is busy doing things. Ori is going to patrol a little bit because he heard somebody earlier shouting about how there were some people who went upstairs.
Absolutely.
And had disappeared upstairs. So I think that he is also kind of keeping an eye out, looking around, in corners and stuff where people might be hiding. Not really like doing an active search, he's not like tearing rooms apart looking for people, but he's patrolling. He's trying to see if he can find like any sort of evidence that someone was there or could still be there, that sort of thing. Because
absolutely,
I mean, Catalina wouldn't have screamed that if she didn't see something. So she shouted that at the ghost, I believe, so everybody heard it.
Yes, you are correct. Absolutely. Is there a specific skill in mind that you want to be using for this?
I mean, I'll be honest. He's not great in any of the skills that
Sure.
that this particular um thing would be, but we'll go perception. Just kind of,
Yeah, absolutely.
he's walking through trying to sense if there's things like he's not actively like again investigating. He's
No, I got you.
just sort of trying to get a sense if anybody's there. But,
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
all right, here comes. Hey, not bad.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's great. I'll say. How far do you think you patrol? Like, are you trying to just kind of go across the entire mezzanine, or are you trying to like stay pretty close by to the group?
No, I think that he would go all the way around the thing.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to spend too much time like in the rooms here, but like
Yeah.
if he might like crack open the door if it's open. Obviously he doesn't have keys. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not been here for a while. But like if it's open, he might creak it open and look around and then
Yeah.
close the door back behind him. Just
Absolutely.
taking a look around.
As you kind of like go around in general, you pass by several study areas that have fireplaces and windows. It's still pretty cloudy outside from what you can see. The afternoon is kind of beginning to leak into like around 3 p.m. Middle of the afternoon-esque times, and you pass by Catalina's office, which on Roll20 you can see is filled with boxes. And actually, I'll switch over to the maps here just so that the stream can also kind of see. But you pass by Catalina's office, and you see like her door has the little bronze plaque with her name on it. The door is locked, but that's her office. As you kind of like make the corner around, you see that there is a door that says kind of like kitchenette and stairwell, and that door is locked as well. You get the sense that like pretty much because this floor is usually only faculty only, it's like the faculty have the keys to all these things, right. But like the normal person wouldn't. There's plenty more stacks, there's plenty more books, there's plenty more tables and chairs. You pass by a couple more fireplaces. You get to one corner of the building, and immediately you can kind of feel a little bit of a temperature drop. And you come up to a door that's identical to the kitchenette and stairwell above, and you see that it used to say like storage and stairwell, but it has recently had like a paper like stuck onto it that says ice room.
Okay.
And you test the doorknob. It is freezing, but it is, you like let go, and it is still locked technically. So however, you walk past that and you walk past Rhododendron's office. Immediately the temperature kind of shifts there. It becomes a little bit warmer. You can almost feel kind of like a slight humidity coming from behind their door. Door is also still locked. And you come back around to the group as they're kind of finishing up their conversations. And you pass one last kind of like study room. And I'll say with a 19, the one thing that you have kind of like noticed as you are walking around, right, is especially when you got, you couldn't tell what the noise was until you got to the ice room. But there has been this kind of like low humming noise, like the sound of just kind of like like very low reverberation echoes inside of metal, essentially. And that humming became a lot more, or was stronger in front of the ice room. And as you walked away, you began to hear it kind of like through the walls and the ceilings. Now, I would say like Ori would know, because it probably, honestly, the construction for it probably happened like before you left on your pilgrimage, but you know that the Orpheum was in the process of establishing, or like essentially implementing temperature control within the building itself. And so you are hearing the sounds of kind of like the vents and the air pumping through them, as you are kind of like returning back to the group.
What's upstairs or whatever? Is there like because
The
there's a
roof.
stairwell, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it
So-
just goes up to the roof.
Yeah, so you're currently on the second floor of the Orpheum. Above ground, there is the ground floor and the upper floor, and then there's the just essentially like the roof and the parapets of the manor above that. And then there are lower levels to the Orpheum as well. Yes.
Sounds about right. Okay. Sorry, I'm choking on a cough.
No,
Woof.
you're fine.
Got me good that one. Okay. So back around. So the sound that he heard is coming from the vents, basically, and it's
Yeah.
just the sound of the vents doing their work.
Yes.
Is what he kind of surmises. All right, and the ice room is possibly where the cool is coming from.
Yes, that would be a pretty simple deduction to make with your
Okay.
just because of it's not even the temperature, it's more so the sound.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say as you kind of finish your patrol around, you all see as the doors to the council chamber open, and both Gordo and Father Manassas kind of like step out. And Father Manassas kind of looks at Lux and he says, I have been given leave from the town council meeting, so if you'd like, I can now attend to you further. And Gordo kind of like steps out and he closes the doors behind him and he looks at everyone and he says, well, I hope y'all had fun. But you're free to go wherever you'd like to go. Business has concluded. Lady Ophelia is just kind of finishing some stuff up in there. Yeah.
Wherever I would like to go.
As far as your, I guess, 4 paws will take you, friend.
If you say so.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And you see Gordo's gonna reach out and pat Smidge on the shoulder.
I actively avoid it.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not,
We're not friends like that.
his,
he doesn't
gi-
need to touch me.
his giant head like comes down to pat your shoulder, and you like a fish just swish away, and his hand kind of like stops, and he kind of holds it up and he says, "To each their own, I suppose." At this point, I don't even know if I'm gonna make Gordo the enemy. I just like fucking with Eric. It's really funny.
I feel like he knows that I don't like him, but he's playing into it now.
Not untrue.
But I'll say you see Gordo begin to leave, and Father Manassas kind of like gestures for Lux to follow them to like just one of the like the sitting chairs that's like nearby, in the hopes that they will like sit down and allow Father Manassas to kind of just like sit down with them and begin healing.
Yeah, Lux is gonna do that.
Cool. What are the rest of y'all doing? Did anyone want to talk to Gordo? Did anyone want to chat with Gordo as he's leaving? No, that's okay.
Anyone want to talk to the guy who sells pumpkins on Main Street?
That's
God forbid a man have a hobby.
Yeah.
Anybody want to talk to the pumpkin king?
Gordo is actively fighting against the male loneliness epidemic, and no one is.
Aw, that is not my responsibility. I tell you
Single tear
what.
falls down Trick's mask.
So
It's
yes.
green.
Okay, so then Gordo leaves. Father Manassas kind of sits down with Lux and begins praying. Lux, will you do me another Constitution check?
I will, yes.
But this time do good.
I will try.
15 was good. Oh.
You probably still have that inspiration.
You do.
I do still have that inspiration. You are right.
Heyo.
I will re-roll that.
Okay, well, you gotta get a
Oh.
bigger number though.
You are
Yeah.
destined to be a were-rat. Sorry.
I don't want to be a
I think
but I do appear to be destined.
I think as Father Manassas gets you to like one of the couches specifically, I think you just kind of like your legs kind of give out underneath you a little bit, and you have to like you just have to sit down, like head between your legs. You're breathing really raggedy, and you can see your hands are somewhat kind of like becoming hairy, and your nails are just beginning to kind of like stretch out just like a little bit. As you kind of like exhale, this like the hair like poofs out just like a little bit more, and it's like almost as if the shifting is like tied to the breathing in your chest, and it's just kind of like because it's becoming so ragged, like it is becoming a little bit out of control. And Father Manassas notices this and immediately kind of takes your hands into his really big kind of like hairy ones and kind of like holds it. Your hands are small enough to where he can kind of like close his fists and like hold them within, and you can see he's like has his head bowed and is muttering and like praying very quickly. And it's like how do I put this? Excuse me, I had to burp, that's what it was. It kind of feels like when you stick your hand underneath a heat lamp, in the sense that like it's warm for a second, but if you keep it there for too long, it's definitely going to start to kind of like burn your hand a little bit. But he kind of has this iron grip, and so like there's at this point in time, I'll say with a 4 Constitution check, like you just kind of have to hold on for the ride, as he's praying over you. The rest of you, I will say, like this is pretty obvious. There is no perception check needed. You all kind of clock this. Are any of you doing anything in this point in time?
Is there anything that can be done? Like, can we aid in any way of this, or?
I mean, realistically, y'all don't know Lux well enough to kind of step in and be able to act as moral support, if that makes sense. I mean, Mars, feel free to check me if I'm wrong in this, but like
no, I think you're right.
I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like
Trick bonded with Lex very strongly.
if y'all were like if they were all going to crowd around as this was happening, I feel like it would be a worse situation.
The power of friendship.
But also, like, I mean, building on that, is there anything in a material sense we could do to assist?
Yeah, can I help? Can I help Father
can...
Manassas?
What were you gonna say, Masha?
I have guidance as a cantrip, which could potentially help if it's ability checks, but it seems like it's all been saves. So never mind.
I can dedicate you to the Raven Queen.
I will say,
and kill them.
Masha, let's have Catalina do a history check real fast.
Okay.
I'm at this. If check out
is it ceremony?
Yeah.
dedication.
It takes an hour of casting time.
Yeah.
Just so that we're
that was a joke.
Okay, cool. Sorry, what did you roll?
21.
21, perfect. Mistletoe is often an herb that is used in order to like ward off curses, especially those that are attached to lycanthropy. So that within Wokan's chamber on the ground floor, he has stacks and stacks of like different material components that he keeps up to date all the time, that he often lends out to people in general in order to kind of like be able to use for their spell components. And you're positive that there's some mistletoe in his office. Maybe putting like a nice little mistletoe wreath on Lux would help. A
little mistletoe necklace. Am I homies enough with Wokon to know if he would be pissed if I went into his office without his permission.
You are all faculty have access to each other's office, with the exception of to Lady Ophelia's office. But so you can just go into Wokon's office with that. You've done it in the past where you've borrowed things, and for the most part, unless it's like an egregious amount of components, Wokon's pretty chill about it.
I think that Catalina just says, "Oh, I just remembered I might be able to, it's not my magical preference, it's not what I researched, but let me go grab something from my companion's office. I'll be right back." And I think that Catalina will kind of like move quickly, little jaunt over, like little. Yes, she walks like this. No, she does not. That's super lame. I think that she just like moves very quickly to Wokon's office.
Yeah, you go around the mezzanine, go down the staircase. On the staircase on the first floor, his office is technically to the left when you're coming down the staircase over here, as you can see where I'm pinging on Roll20. Maybe this doorway here. So you head over there. Within the Orpheum, your hand closes on the doorknob of Wokon's office, and immediately, because you are a faculty member, the door immediately unlocks, and you open the door and you turn the knob and open it. There's no key needed necessarily. It's just kind of like a pact / oath that all faculty have with the building itself. And you step inside, you see Wokon's traditional Githzerai concentration circle etched into the stone floor below. And you see there are candles. Some of them are very dimly lit, others are out completely. It just seems like he hasn't been inside the office for a hot minute. But along the walls, you just kind of see his stacks and stacks of his component materials that he has littered around. And you notice a big kind of glass container of mistletoe on one of the bottom shelves, because there's so much of it.
This must happen often. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, I think I'll pull a little note, like a little slip of paper out of my backpack and just write
I owe you.
Catalina took some mistletoe, will pay you back later, thank you. And
For sure.
Put it on his desk. Open
Could you
the
imagine
jar.
if there was a clipboard with check-in and check-out times and what you took out and and how much components and but no yeah I like this.
Yeah, it's Catalina's just took some, talk about it later.
Yeah,
anyway.
for sure.
Yeah, I think Catalina will open the jar, probably doesn't know exactly how much to take, so just grabs a handful and then closes the door, makes sure that it's locked again, and then returns to everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. So you went off to the office by yourself, right?
Why'd you say it like that, Saul?
I'm
asking for confirmation. That's all.
Why'd you ask like that? Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to not go by myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're so right. So
it's a perfectly safe place where nothing bad has happened to me so far.
Aww.
So
I don't like this.
I will say, so you collect the mistletoe, you close the jar, you're putting it back on the shelf, and you're turning back to head out of Wokon's office. I need you to make me a perception check.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Excellent. So you begin making your way over towards the door. And you, for a split moment, you feel something activate behind you. You know what magic feels like when it activates. If it's a glyph, if it's a trap, if it's something along those lines, there's just this kind of this jolt that happens that kind of runs up your spine. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Now you're gonna be a rat too.
19.
Okay, never mind.
So with a 19, you this jolt immediately begins to spread across your arms and your legs, and you can feel your body beginning to go numb. However, with a 19, your body buckles for a moment, and you immediately kind of like there's just you immediately you're a spellcaster. You know immediately when you have been attacked and things of that nature, and there is kind of like a fortification that you must do within your mind and within your spirit to be able to fight that off. And you ball yourself up into an iron will, and like the numbness quickly kind of like dissipates, and you drop down to like one knee, but you're able to right yourself back up again. You turn around, and you see on the floor behind you,
Oh no.
a white lily petal
Oh.
just on the ground.
I don't care for this.
Um,
The-
with that, we're gonna jump back up to the mezzanine.
Great. So good. Love it.
So I need, let's see. I'll say Lux. You can make it. You can also make a perception check. I will say it's at disadvantage because of the momentary situation. I need Trick, Ori, basically everyone else to make me perception checks as well. Okay. Lux is too in the moment to notice what's going on.
19.
Okay, perfect. Trick, you like very similarly to Ori, you have been paying attention to the area, and like you've been hearing this humming noise coming from the ceiling and the walls. It's something that you notice ever since you stepped into the building. And I'll say like earlier when you were like just kind of walking around in general, you probably found the same things that Ori did and came to similar conclusions of like, this is probably just something that's normal because nobody's freaking out about this, and it's pretty obvious that this noise is being made. Although you may not know that it's like temperature control specifically. I will say, with a 19, everyone else is kind of like trying their best to stay out of Father Manassas's way and like not mess up this this like sacred moment essentially. You are kind of like walking and listening, and there's a moment where the humming stops. And you kind of like walk 5 feet back and you hear the humming. And then you walk 5 feet forward and the humming's back, but the silence has moved. So as you are walking, something passed you in the walls. And I will say, because you got a 19, I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage. Everyone else, make me just a straight Constitution saving throw. Lux, yours will be at disadvantage.
Cool.
5 and a 14.
Oh, 17.
Well, Smidge and Darjeeling got 17s.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Oh, Mar.
That's a
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
But did we do the thing with the $800 where we voted Nat 1 and Nat 20 again? Or
Oh,
did we
that
do
was
that
already
already?
used.
Oh, we did that.
Oh,
We are at
totally
9
did it again,
hundred.
and we have a fresh one of those, and we can totally use it right now.
So I have I actually have a quick question before you say anything about me. How long does Bardic Inspiration last?
I think it's 10 minutes.
10
wanna say
minutes,
it's
I
10
believe.
It has
Okay.
been 10 minutes.
It's
It
definitely.
definitely has
yeah,
been
yeah.
10 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
been like
an hour,
Easily,
hour and a half, 2
yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
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 Oh, does that, real quick, does that classify as a short rest by chance?
Yes. You know what? Yes, that will classify as
Yeah,
a short
what
rest
does
if
that
y'all would
do?
like to take it. Yeah.
You can regain health. I regain
I
a
get
spell
spell
slot. I'm a
slots?
warlock.
been-
You don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
For the regaining of health, it's whatever your hit die is plus the number of hours that it's been. I'll say that it's been about 2 hours. So if your hit die is a D8, you roll a 2D8. That's what you add back on to your health points, to your hit points. Sorry. So just feel free to do that math while I
Do you want us to roll our hit dice on roll 20, or do you want to?
I trust y'all. It's okay.
Okay.
So I will say, as y'all are kind of doing all these things and preparing, Trick sees this. Darjeeling and Smidge see this after the fact. Trick, you turn around and you see a white lily petal falling out of one of the vents and softly floating down onto the ground as very quietly, like without a sound, magic ripples out of it. And it almost kind of like shifts the air pressure around. And as it strikes you, you feel your arms and your legs go numb. And you're not able to fight it. So finally, after all this time, Tricklip has collapsed down onto the ground and gets the much needed rest he needs.
Fuck, I haven't slept in 2 weeks.
Haunt you, buddy. Haunt
No, but
you.
yeah, you're basically you are stunned. So you're not asleep necessarily, but you kind of like fall down to the ground. Lux, you are like, you immediately kind of like almost like fall forward into Father Manassas's like embrace, as like this wave of magic kind of hits you, and in your current state where you're like internally battling this curse, and essentially infection almost, it's like you're just a little bit too preoccupied to be able to like steel yourself from this outward attack. Ori, you got an 11 for perception and then 9 for the constitution. It just your back is to this pedal, so you never saw it like kind of come down, but you do hear like there is an exclamation from Father Manassas, and that's what causes you to kind of like perk up for a moment before your arms and legs go numb. And then we get to Smidge and Darjeeling. The two of you feel this. You have run on the streets for so long that it's like very similarly to how Catalina is like who Catalina's instinct was to ball up their will to be able to cast back or protect themselves with magic. Your internal mind is going like, this is a dark alley, you know, somebody's getting the drop on us, we have hackles up, like we have to protect our own, like all that kind of stuff. And so you are quick to like almost kind of like duck and roll, and you manage to, like, as you're ducking and rolling, the wave hits you, and your arms and legs begin to go numb. I'll say with both 17s, you like manage to shake it off, although like your legs are asleep and you're currently kind of like prone on the ground, but you are not completely stunned as your companions are. And you look up and you see the white petal kind of like float down and land very gently on the ground, whatever that may mean. With that being said, Catalina, we will jump back down to you since you have just recovered and experienced this. Are you doing anything? You do see
Totally.
in Wokan's office, directly above where this petal fell, there is a vent.
Can I fit in the vent? Probably not.
No, you cannot.
Rolling. Yeah, all right. Please hold.
Ooh. Come back.
Really? Oh, please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. I'm working on it. A minute? I'm gonna pick up the pedal and look at it for a second and see if there's anything like obvious about it that I can glean from a moment's of research.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
Yes. $11.
I mean, from an 11, I'll say The petal looks very ordinary, but you recognize it as the petal from the flower that it was missing from your office. You can also tell, like, it's still, like, as you touch the petal, there's still, like, a slight warmth to it, from, like, the magic that, like, was imbued into it, in order to be, like, cast out. So it's like, it's very similar to kind of like glyph magic in the sense that it's imbued with something and releases on some kind of condition.
Ah. Oh. Interesting. Cool. Well, I still have a thing that I have to do. So I think that I am going to... I'm sure that Wokon has, like, little glass jars and vials or bags or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, put the petal in a little container and close it up as if that'll do anything to help anybody ever. And then I'm gonna return to the main section of the building where a very ill Lux and company are.
Yes, absolutely. You come running up the steps, and immediately you see Trick prone on the floor, like, kind of sprawled out. You see pretty much everyone with the exception of Father Manasses, who is kind of, like, on his knees. He was already on his knees in front of Lux, but, like, you see Father Manasses is kind of, like, clutching Lux, and he says, Catalina, you have to help them. I'm busy. And you can see, like, his muscles are just extraordinarily tense at the moment, and, like, he does have, like, Lux in his arms, but you also see that there is a petal, like, at the center of them all, and you could, like, with your analytical mind, be able to tell that there's a shockwave. Smidge and Darjeeling are, like, awake and probably pushing themselves up off the ground. Yes, Eric.
But so mechanically, are we stunned? Or are we paralyzed?
Those who took on the effects are stunned, but the two of you, like Darjeeling and Smidge, are not.
Okay, so I could move.
Yes, you can move.
And do things.
Correct.
Okay.
Man, do I think that, like, smushing the petal will do anything?
You can try.
I'm going to, like, as I walk up or run up to everybody, I'm going to, like, take the heel of my very cute shoe and, like, stamp on this petal.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, you smash down onto the petal, and you break up the petal into smaller pieces. You rip, like, the veins and things of that nature, but nothing else happens. Yeah.
Great. Okay, well, I don't have time to deal with, you know, the bigger problem because Lux is unwell. In my history check, did I recognize, like, what to do with the mistletoe?
What did you roll for your history check? It was like a 21, right?
It was high. It was a 21.
Yeah. I'll say, like, again, like I said, like, either making some kind of crown or some kind of, like, bracelet ornament that can be put onto the body, often will help the kind of, like, the corporeal body be able to fight these kinds of curses. Or it's just kind of like a ward, even if it is simple.
I think that I am going to, in probably a little bit of a panic, pull out whatever container I put, like, my handful of mistletoe, like, leaves or flower, like, I guess it's not flowers, it's like berries, right?
Yeah.
And just take half and just, like, sprinkle them onto Lux, like, just on top of their, like, chest.
Sure.
And then, turn to Smidge and Darjeeling, who I think I can notice are, like, not affected right now, and be like, oh, do either of you have, like a needle and thread, or like a necklace that I can stick these into? I don't have that. I don't make jewelry, but I have to ward somehow. I have to get this around Lux in some way.
I have 10 feet of string. I pull out a ball of string, and I toss it over to you
Incredible.
in my
Great.
burglar's pack.
That's fantastic. I think that moving quickly, Catalina is going to take the string and like tie a little knot around like the end of a leaf, and then
Yeah.
like do that and make like the world's ugliest jewelry that's ever been seen,
Yeah.
and then like tie that around Lux's wrist. And at the
Excellent.
same time, is like, Father Manassas, like, what do I do besides this? I'm not a healer.
Masha, somewhat of a mechanical question. How many spell slots
Sure.
do you have left?
So many. I am a spellcaster. I have, I think, 3 first level and 3 second level still.
Okay, cool. So then I'll say, okay. First things first, you place this onto Lux. Lux, make me a Constitution. I think it's just a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
This music is way too ominous.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. So Catalina, as you're tying this onto Lux's arm, you can feel like their skin is feverish, like it is like so hot as you are like, even you're not even touching the skin, but you can feel the heat radiating off of it as you tie this on. Lux, from inside this like embrace, your entire, like, you feel, even though this spell has like numbed your body and like enabled you to, or not enabled you, disabled you to move essentially, or just disabled your arms and legs, you can still feel the warmth of Father Manassas' spell, even though his body has essentially entered into this kind of like almost like rigor mortis state of like just like tenseness, and you can feel, now that the mistletoe has wrapped itself on your arm, there is just this like sharp cut of clarity, like this sharp, cold, piercing clarity that cuts through the fever, it cuts through the burning of the infection, everything, and it just like hits you, and it gives you enough like mental fortitude in order to begin to push back on the infection, and you can feel yourself beginning to like will it out, and like you can kind of out of the corner of your eye see like this just kind of like tiny black vapor kind of like hissing and bubbling out of your wound as it kind of like begins to evaporate out of yourself. And we'll say Father Manassas kind of like very quietly and in a strained voice turns to Catalina and says, "Miss Ruth, I need a jump start, so to say. Will you please lay hands on me?" And essentially what I am asking you to do is either to give up a first level or second level spell slot in order to break Father Manassas out of this stun spell.
Is this like a roll I'm going to have to make and succeed, or I just give up the spell slot?
You just give up the spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do it absolutely without question. I'm like covered in like little bits of leaf, and I just kind of like, I would actually not ever dirty my outfit with plant hands, so never mind. I think that I like rub my hands against each other, and then I like touch Father Manassas and like.
Yeah.
There is every way I want to say this sounds gross and sexual, so I just
Say it,
give him
Masha.
the magics. No.
Nope. Say it.
No. I will not.
Listen, she just lasered magic hands on the Minotaur.
Yeah. You put
And
your you put your hands.
Eric!
Yeah, you know, you fill him with your magic.
Oh
Stop.
my god.
I fill him with my warm blue magics. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you know.
I give up a little bit of my magical essence into another person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
that's
put a
right.
little bit of your essence into.
That's right.
Uh,
It's the miracle of life. That's all it is.
What level?
Yeah.
Thumbs down is crazy. Just boo, no.
Well, we'll say. Go ahead and just like mark off a first level spell, just for the sake of
Yes,
this.
I will.
You put your hands on his back, and he's currently still wearing kind of like his priestly robes, so it's you don't have to deal with like fur or anything like that, but like you can feel yourself concentrate and your magic flows out, and even with your hands like through the robes you can feel his muscles relaxing as his body just kind of unfreezes, and he like slowly kind of lets Lux go. Lux, you are now able to kind of like stand on your own 2 feet, and Father Manassas kind of like sits back from his kneeling position and kind of like thumps down onto the ground, and he's heavy enough to where like everyone kind of like jumps just like a little bit as he kind of like hits the ground. And you can see he puts his arms on his knees and begins to kind of like breathe slowly and kind of like center himself back, and he says, "Thank you. I will take care of Ori and Trick. You need," and he kind of pauses a moment to breathe, and you see his fingers go and point towards the council chamber. Please.
Okay.
I am shaking Trick. I have moved. I have moved over to him, and I'm like, wake up!
Let him sleep. He's so tired.
We need you.
Yeah, I mean,
Rick just starts sobbing.
I wasn't gonna talk about how big Father Manassas' muscles were, but I was like, technically you did lay on hands on like one of his like lats from the back and stuff like that, so like you'd be able to kind of like feel them, kind of like, you know. Anyway.
So like, if you weren't gonna talk about it, why'd you feel the need to? Why'd you add it back in?
We
What was it for, Saul?
Because I
What was
looked
the
at
logic
chat.
there?
Because I looked at chat.
Listen, Saul will message Masha about it specifically. Only Masha gets to know because she's the one that.
This
No,
is bullshit.
No.
I'm being stilted, and for what?
You got to flirt with a vampire. I don't want to hear it.
Whatever. I got 2 hands.
Oh,
Sweet
We're
Christmas.
holding hands, you degenerates.
You need both hands to hold Father Manassas' hands.
That's a
Nah.
clip. That's a clip.
yeah,
right
you
there.
need 2 hands. It's too
Mage
big.
hand. Mage hand.
Yeah.
I got mage hand. I got all sorts of
I
hands.
have mage hand. Yes, I
Yes.
think that Catalina will get up off of the floor and run towards the council chamber.
Absolutely.
I think I will also, like, as obviously they're speaking, I will look to Lady Darjeeling, sort of just in a moment to like signal like, should we go with them?
Yeah. We'll just. I think. I mean, I feel like both of them would be pretty understandably shaken up, but I think they'd be like, "That's where we gotta go."
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily's still in there. Better hurry.
Yeah, I will.
Oh no! What if something happened to Lily? That would
Oh
suck.
no! Whatever will we
That
do?
would suck so bad.
I'm gonna drop down on all fours and just like chase after Catalina
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
to the room.
The 3 of you race towards the council member, town council chambers, as Father Manassas gets up off the ground and begins making his way over to Ori and Trick, in order to essentially use up some of his spell slots to jumpstart your bodies and get you back up and running once more as well. Catalina gets to the door first. The door recognizes you as faculty. It unlocks. You open. And inside, you find an unconscious Buck, an unconscious Lily,
Wow.
and you find Lady Ophelia kind of in a half-standing form, nails digging into the mahogany, fangs out, and like kind of like eyes blood red but still frozen in place, as there is a tiny white lily petal at the center of the table, just finishing its fall. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Knew that was coming.
Lady Ophelia,
Yeah.
they're in the walls. They're in the walls, Lady Ophelia.
Get down, Madam President.
Like, get down, Madam President. They're in the walls.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know
Holy
about you guys,
cow.
but I'm stressed out.
Listen, if there's one thing that we can all take solace in, it's that Smidge and Darjeeling get to draw on Lily's face while she's unconscious.
I was like, oh
Oh,
no.
for real.
Y'all.
If she's dead, this'll suck.
Oh no,
Oh,
what happens to
no.
Buck? We care
She's
about him.
She's unconscious and vulnerable.
Yeah, very killable right now.
Very open pockets.
Oh no.
Well,
What a great What a great session.
yeah, what a great campaign.
Yeah,
That's
what
where
a
it
great
ends. That's where it's all done.
Thanks, everybody.
I misspoke.
No, you're fine. So real fast, I want I want to thank everyone who donated thus far. We have 4 donations from Gordo is Innocent for $5 that says, "I'm standing up to all this Gordo slander. Don't talk about the Pumpkin King that way." And then the next donation is another $5 that says, "Gordo is not innocent," in all caps.
The girls are fighting.
And then $3.60 Bitcoin investor. I'm assuming about the Sangria Bank, which is the next $5. Excellent, love it. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. Everything helps, and everything goes to Awesome Batcave. That was fun. If y'all haven't already, please follow us on social media at Turntables RPG. We're gonna figure out when the next sessions will be.
Whoa. We just went over 1,000, like right there.
Yay!
What? Oh
Someone did
no!
$70?
Someone paid. Someone did $71 and said, "Bring on the
Bring
cards."
on the cards.
Yep.
I love
can't
chat,
remember
man.
what
I was gonna look and see. All right, so how close did we get to 1,000? And as I looked at
$1,000.
it changed to 1,000. And I'm
That's
like, oh,
incredible.
Wow.
If
Wild.
you guys are awesome.
if I know anything, I
Yeah,
know that chat's got me. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your generosity. This has been a lot of fun, and we're gonna continue to make it fun because we're not even there yet. You know, we're just getting to the what's the
hook?
No, it's not necessarily the hook. It's the
Climax?
call to adventure.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not even doing shit yet. We gotta
Yeah.
get in these woods.
We haven't even
yeah.
resisted the call yet.
Yeah, literally.
We're gonna ruin the entire campaign by resisting and opening a bakery. And
Some would argue
Yeah.
that Smidge and Darjeeling being like, we're gonna go in the opposite direction of everybody in episode 1 is the refusal
didn't
of the
do
call.
it.
No, I know.
But boy, did we think about it.
Yeah. But yes, please follow us at Turntables RPG on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, whatever. We are going to, make sure that everyone knows ahead of time when the next sessions will be. Not sure if we'll do another back-to-back, though it was a lot of fun and it did help with just kind of keeping that momentum. So
Yeah, totally. Good
We-
for the story.
yes, for sure. So we will kind of we will deliberate off stream and we will get back to you. I promise. Before we leave, just if some of my players could please put exclamation point ABC and
it's
exclamation
been done.
point
Masha's-
Antho. Fantastic, thank you, Masha. Just want to give one more shout out to Awesome Batcave. There was a lot of degeneracy in this stream, but they are fantastic, and we appreciate the opportunity to raise money for them. Very, very thankful. And honestly, just like, again, we've only been through 3 sessions and we're already at 1,000. That's incredible. We're gonna have to come back and touch back and see what the next move is in general. But thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
You guys earned your Minotaur art. What can I say?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Oh,
yes. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. So I will release you all into the ether. Please remember to be kind to yourselves. Stretch, drink some water, juice your gob, stroke your wizard, choke your
rat.
Choke your rat.
That part.
Yes, we love you very much, and we'll see you next time. I hope you all have a very good night. Everyone say good night as we transition out.
Good
Bye.
night. Thank you guys.
Good night.
I'll be dreaming of you.
Don't forget